1, 2. T.O.M. Teachers of Ahati. Who am I today? The scribe, been forever, but the name changes with the times. I come from a place where space is home. I go into realms where your face is gone. A change gon' come. As a teen, hypnotized deep in a sleep, party and slumber. 11 life path number, a life of death that's rebirth. Recall realities to re-emerge. Soul purge, I'll lend you frequency like loan words. Before I teach, I'll spit a poem first. Step on stage, set the stage, car walking, set ablaze, divine fire. The body is divine attire, sown from words. Sound frequency, awakening dreams. Don't pinch me every day I wake up, it's a home birth. Start from zero to become the heroes. Cycles of time causes expansion of mind. Potential is exponential. Gain XP, what your power made of. I've had to face self-face to fate, a double fate. What will I make of the present? I'm just trying to pet heaven. Twice great, 2 arms up, it's none to wave. It's nothing to wave. God separate the waters from the waters. Genesis 1 and 6. See, that source is thousands of years prior to a Bible even existing. It's called the pet word for heaven. Watchers of noon, primordial, pre-ordered, bringing order in order. Its law the scales will represent. A double gift, re-present, Ray is present. Ra, amen to the God inside. The crown will glow as consciousness grows. So what assignment are you on? I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, corona shining. I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, corona shining. Serpent mind winding in alignment. Straight from Orion, the origins. Dig into the root, Kemp originals, the oracle speaking. Your aura is gleaming. The sons of God, Amen Ra. Who can't afford a reason to fall below your own means, meaning reaching beyond the firmament ceiling. I see linguistics tricking us deep into sleeping. The way we live inception, I must be dreaming. Doubles, double L, square root, mirrors, reverse the image. My grip was slipping. Almost forgot the point of the mission. Statements point out all the contradictions. Blatant truth lives where my eye is foundation. Yeah, co-founded a nation. Dictionary studies, spells can be scary. Etymology, this here is completion. Cycle circles, dualism wisdom. I peddle flowers. 2 eyes are watching to see through the double realm I'm healing. Never out of what's within him. Infinite reasons, just like my brother Arcad. Always remain calm against demons. Death culture, to be alive here, it's a lie here. They crossed us into thinking that death isn't living. The lies are falling through my palms, arm wide, holes in my hand. The Pope's in command, I demand the throne back. Ancient teachings, I'm a throwback. Picture that, see this moment here is Kodak. So black, I see through lies. Why they hold that? Ocean motions, I'm flowing through noon in the boats of consciousness. My tongue is rolling, planting seeds, sowing, knee of speaking, untangled quantum DNA, spitting frequencies. I hear Christians scream hallelujah, and this ain't that the name of God is God. I must bring the order back, the scales are tipping. In the court of Allah, moonshine, Tehuti is Yah. This here is Ptah, bulldozing, the one chosen. Focus, when the light hits you, just open like lotus. Melt your mind when in mind time is frozen. Blow minds, my mind is golden. Coat me in gold, I've got a gold coat round me like I'm T.O.M. Like his, when you spell my name, put 3 lines in. Scribe, presenting the law's findings. Who's he? I me, an echo of Tehuti. Yes, I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, corona shining. We do our best to do our best. Keep on moving. relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. I am learning to compartmentalize what I find with my mentals. I could have been labeled mental voices in my head. If I speak to the wrong one, I'll be diagnosed schizophrenic. Creating pollution you can't escape from. We're Captain Planet. Where's Captain Planet? And it's exactly how they planned it. It's insanity, state in a state of sanity. But I'm the scribe, keep a record on the record. I break records. This, that, Medu, nature, echo, living, lively, times 3, Trinity. We are not the same, not even similar. Plant the seed, a man receive excellence, adoration, testament, evaluation, literally. The love is real, yet they be hating. Salutations, I wait to master patience. Acting lackadaisy on your facts, I'm backed by conscious beings. I am free, king, lock the wings in. The diction is firm, call me men. A man 3 in 1, erection, protection, firm. Spitting life into who I speak to like sperm. Creation is aid whom I earned. The right to fully see it through. The heart as I rise through. Manu, Akut, lost it when I had to find you. I'm through, times 2, dualism, we will align soon. As I meditate in my room, it becomes a space of pure truth aligned with my eyes. Verbiage is time for more than the 2 eyes. I can see the veil underneath that other veil. Focus when I am locked in. I don't need a cell. Tell me you don't see the traps. Tower power over enemies, frozen over hell, reversing spells. Fell from disguise, the body is disguised. If you needed a sign, well this is it. I hope you read between the lines, left, right. After the first step, I write what's left in me. This is destiny, keep on moving, especially if you find blockage. No amount of pushback will stop this. This will get cats in stone, they cannot top this. Pyro, fire, Ba is my attire. Inspire the ones chosen, the ones open, the ones spoken. From times when life was once spoken. Enchantments, Nesu, double tongue in motion. Give, receive, keep moving and move for keeps. Keep it real, keep the master key. I had to master me. Mirror glass shattered in my dreams. I didn't like the image till I realized I am the image of the image. I'm here for keeps, keep your distance. Social gimmicks, our stories told within the hieroglyphics. Mystics, just keep on living, we're gifted. Our stories told within the hieroglyphics. A language living, just keep on living. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. Yeah, motivate a nation. Stepping out the spaceship, causing a spaceship. Faced with revealing the spells within this matrix from the Masons. But I'm the architect, best respect, I can architect. Rule your rulership, I hold the heck. Control my thoughts, still move when the game is paused. We speak heck up, this is the best of Medu Necha, bars like Wi-Fi, we're connected. Always on time, frequency and flow through frequency. I know the power I hold in my throat. Creation, destruction, with every single thing I've spoke. Enter, netter, Kurt, show your worth. Heal from all the hurt, not a singer, best believe I hold a note. Read between the lines, you're not really lost in that. I hope you find exactly what you are looking for. This is more than words, taught myself to heal myself. I come from the dirt, no time for slacking or bad habits. Sad tactics of bringing mad tragic mental processes that lack passion. Spit fire, black dragon, school of hard knocks, send you backpacking. My eyes, when this appears, it's like magic. The fact is, when it's wartime, we go savage. Shield of armor 720, prevent backstabbing all the fiends of good-hearted beings. They don't suit the role, they lack the fashion. So just keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving.
What's up? Peace and love, family. How's everybody doing? How's my sound, everybody?
Sound great.
Peace and love, Hotep. Welcome everybody to the Teachings of Maat Study Guide Sunday. Today's topic is The Tale of the Shipwrecked Sailor by Atef Maat. Before I begin and introduce everyone on the panel, I would like to do what we do every week, is read our beautiful affirmation. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Anki Maat, Un N-S, Nintet or Set and Maat, Min Hepapet and Maat, Her in Hu Kui, Per E Kut. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Hotep Maat, peace, Menkhu. Welcome everybody.
Hotep.
I'm going to introduce everybody on the panel. I am the mighty Atef Maat. I am the chairman of the organization, the Tehuti. I'm also a student of the master teacher, the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra, the host of this weekly study guide. I am a true-hearted follower of truth based on ancestral artifacts over religious opinion, a lover of my people unconditionally, dedicated to learning the metal netta, and a loyal defender of Ma'at. Next, we have the general, the great general Hinu Ahati Ma'at, was taught under the great Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. He has been a serious student and teacher of Kemetic culture and history for several years. He has written multiple books, including the textbook called Journey of Your Soul series, essays, and articles. Furthermore, he hosts in-person and online classes, weekly podcasts, and periodically creates documentaries. He also has experience in public speaking and academic debating, and he is responsible for the creation of this weekly study guide. Next, we have the great scribe Ani Ptah Aten Tehuti. Is a writer, poet, spoken word artist, audio producer, engineer, healer, spiritual advisor, consultant, and business creator. He is a master student of the Natiru, a true follower and protector of Ma'at, a scribe of Tehuti and Ma'at. He studies under the master teacher, Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. But a scribe, quality always outweighs quantity. He enjoys observing reality and incorporating these observations into his writings and creations to assist in awakening dormant DNA and reversing of negative hypnosis. Next, we have the mighty Menkhu Meri Ma'at, specializes in training and educating youth workers, counselors, and educators about art, culture, and history. He travels the world to experience how people live and shares it with everyone who is interested in learning from the research he has witnessed. Menkhu has a master's degree in entertainment and media business and has been working in the music industry and with nonprofit agencies providing planning and promoting concerts and community events in the Madison area for over 30 years. During that time, he has facilitated the following innovative after-school programs for the Madison school community: recreation, including Hip Hop 101, Music Production 101, and MP4 music programs for youth. Welcome, everybody, to a beautiful class, Teachings of Ma'at, Study Guide Sundays. Peace, everybody. Peace, brothers. How was y'all weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. How about you? You traveling? Man. Are you home? You home?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'm home. I just traveled a few hours away to go visit family up the road, but it was a lot of driving, bro. Oh, my goodness. My God, it's got pictures of me knocked out. But it's good, man. I'm glad to be back. I love to travel, but listen, it's nothing like, I had this thing where it's nothing like the house, bro. It's nothing like being home. I love it, brothers. But how you brothers weekend?
Honey, how's your weekend?
Hotep, brother. Yes, my weekend was great. Got a lot accomplished. Knocking off those empty boxes on the checklist, and so it was great, productive weekend. Peace and love to everyone in the chat, those who are watching live. Peace and love to everyone who's watching on the playback. These great ancient Kemetic stories that our ancestors left for us. Thanks to the great brother Atef Maat and bringing forth the idea to start to bring one papyrus at a time, and read these very powerful magical stories that those who claim any type of Kemeticism or say that they're followers of Ma'at are ashamed of. They're ashamed of these stories, and they don't talk about these stories. So we're here to raise these stories up and venerate our ancestors. So peace and love, everyone. Yes, sir.
Brick by brick, brother.
Brick by brick.
Yes, sir. Menkhu, brick by brick. I love that background, Menkhu.
Oh, Tua, brother, Tua. I found this website that had different images on it, so I've just been using those. I try to keep up with you brothers on the images in the background.
Hey, listen, it's nothing but segment back there. Y'all know how we do. I need that good second energy, but I need that life power, that energy, man. Peace and love to Stephen E in the chat. Peace and love to Angela Gates. We see y'all in the chat. Peace and love to Malkia Wamungu. I hope I'm saying that right, man. That's a lot of names, beautiful names. Nefa Keparet. Peace to Shannon Southar, Little Wing. Peace to Nuru, Hotep Maat. Peace to you, good brother. Peace to Eric G in the chat. Eric G, that's it. I love it. Peace to, it's a new name in there. God was, I am. Anunnaki, African ancestors. Peace to you, good brother or sister. Peace to everybody in the chat. This is going to be
that's a brother.
That's a brother. Peace and love to you, good brother. Yeah, this is going to be a great one, man. That's like you said, they're ashamed of the stories, man. We ashamed of our stories, but these are our stories. These are our ancestors, and these are our stories. So that was what inspired me, was to bring forth our stories, because for me, it's for me and for us, because the chain is strong as its weakest link, So this is a great way for me to become acquainted with our beautiful stories of our ancestors as well. It's not like we just up here teaching and just talking. We learning as well. So it's a beautiful thing, man. And that's what it's about, brick by brick, like I said. So let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's our story. That's us. How we gonna be ashamed of our own stories? That's our identity. That's our tradition, our history. That makes no sense. I guess that's the evidence of the brainwashing and the matrix.
Yeah, you're ashamed of your own stories, brother. And it's okay to not be familiar with them. That was done on purpose. They hid them and tricked us into thinking the Egyptians or the Arabs or the whatever it is, whatever it is that they have us tricked. But for some reason, we think that they are not us. But I want to ask everybody in the chat, when you put ology in the back of a word, that makes it the study of, the science of, right? And there's no such thing as a Chineseology. There's no such thing as Japaneseology or Spanishologgy or African Americanology or Europeanology. It's Egyptology, right? But they have us thinking that the Egyptians, quote unquote, are not us. That's us, brother. So they studying us, but we don't study ourselves, right? So that's what it is, man. This is our history. This is our story. So it's time that we become acquainted with them and know them like we know Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream. You know what I mean? It's time, brother. So that's what it was. That was the inspiration, for us to begin to learn our own stories. Andy, you got any announcements, good brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have some wonderful announcements to bring forth. Give me just one moment here.
I said it correctly. Nakia Wamungu. Okay, good. This English language is confusing. they trick us. They trick us with their language. They understand though. They understand their language.
Okay, so yes, Hotep, everyone. Peace. Welcome to the teachings of Ma'at. So the first thing I want to talk about, of course, is the Pathways to Awakening celebration. The in-person celebration that we are having October 28th, 2023 in Los Angeles, California, Momoda Studios. So you can scan that barcode there. It'll take you to our Eventbrite. And that is how you purchase tickets. Or you can go to teachingsofmaat.org /events. And I'm also going to put the link in the chat room right now, so you all can click that link. So be sure everyone get your tickets, make your accommodations. We're just under 2 months away. So we got 2 months strong of promoting this and allowing you all to purchase your tickets and, you know, come out and meet us in person, meet the great Saba Tehuti, if everything works the way that it's supposed to. Our great brothers and sisters of Ma'at, let's meet, let's conversate, let's build, let's grow, let's give each other adoration. Yes, be sure that everyone is purchasing your tickets here, and there's different tiers. We're also allowing vendors to come out. So if you have a booth you want to run, you have products you want to sell, you can purchase the vendor ticket. And we're also having a talent show. We are having a in-person live talent show, and I'll let the great brother Menkhu Meri Maat, further expand on this and, talk about that and the winning prize. But I want everyone to make sure you purchase your tickets. Okay, let's see. God Was I Am says, buying mine tonight after work. Can't wait to meet you all. Love to you. Hotep to you. Let me give you some hand claps for that. Absolutely, good brother. Two out to you for that. We look forward to seeing everyone come out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of great energy that's going to carry with us for the rest of the year for sure. So everyone be sure to come out. All right. And I also want to introduce a brand new class that I'm bringing forth. And this is going to be an exclusive class just for the Teachings of Ma'at members. So if you are a member of the Teachings of Ma'at, then you have free access to this class. This class will be free for members only. So if you're not a member, reach out to us and inquire about that. Ask, hey, how can I become a member? We have 2 tiers: active membership and non-active membership. And of course, the active membership are those who want to attain some type of position within the organization and take on some responsibility. So, and if not, you just want to support and just become a member, you can do non-active as well. So that is Ma'at Wednesdays. So we are now bringing forth the Ma'at Wednesdays class, which will be held the first and third Wednesday of every month. So the first Wednesday of every month and the third Wednesday of every single month, starting in September. So the very first class will be September 6th. And that's when we'll start the Ma'at Wednesdays class. And as you see at the top left here, I have some maxims of Ptah Hotep, where it says, search thyself for every flaw thoroughly until there exists in your comportment no fault. Great is Ma'at and ever at the ready. So Ma'at Wednesdays is going to be about going through the instructions of Ma'at. We're going to, as it says in the bottom right, becoming better men and women, one instruction at a time to become netters and netterettes. That is what the instructions of Ma'at are. This is the teachings of Ptah Hotep, the teachings of Kagimni, the maxims, all of the maxims, the instructions of Amen and Mope, a guide for your son, all the laws of Ma'at, all of the instructions that help us and guide us through our lives here, right? Which is where all of the what's called the Proverbs in the Bible, all the moral compass. We're gonna go through those. We're gonna read those. We're gonna learn those to become better beings of light here on the planet in physical form. And our ancestors left a plethora of very detailed instructions, the instructions of Ankh Shesh Ankh, so many instructions and maxims to help guide us. And so this is what this class is going to focus on. Ma'at Wednesdays is all of the instructions, all of the maxims, We're going to look at the papyruses. We're going to learn and we're going to study this, and we're going to be able to implement these in our everyday lives and become better men and women.
Tua, Ani,
Yes.
can we get some hand claps for that? Some bomb drops to the chat. Can we give some adoration to Brother Ani for all he does? Let's see some adoration in the chat. Sorry to interrupt the build. Tua. I had to wait for
Yes, Tua to you, great brother. Tua for that. Yes, this is going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal. And this is for members only. As it says right there, exclusive private class for T.O.M members only. So this is not going to be a public class for everyone. You have to be a member of the teachings of Ma'at to be a part of this class. And so all you have to do is reach out to us, teachingsofma'at.org. Send a message. Hey, how can I join? Email me, leadership@teachingsofma'at.org. And, ask me how you can become a part of the teachings of Ma'at. Shout out to the great brother Stephen E, who sent a message today. He sent that exact message. How do I become a member? Right. So shout out to you, great brother Stephen E. Right here, Hotep Ma'at family, peace and love. So, look forward to announcing this great brother as being one of our next active members. Shout out to this great brother, and he'll be able to be a part of the Ma'at Wednesday class. So shout out to everyone there. All right, we also have our Discord meeting this month. Excuse me, that's the wrong one. This one right here, the 31st, August 31st, 2023 at 4 p.m. Pacific time. This is free for everyone. This is public for everyone. Everyone who's a part of our Discord. That link is also in the description box. Let me see if I have. Yes, let me put that in the chat as well for those who are in the chat. All right, there's the link for the Discord, and it's a beautiful community that we're building there. We host our public community meetings there every single month, every last Thursday. So it's the same this month. So August 31st at 4 p.m. Right there where you see the arrow pointing to community meetings. That's where we'll be. You can come in. You can express your thoughts about T.O.M, about what we're doing. You can bring forth things that you would like to see implemented, and we'll add it to our list of things that we want to bring forth, and continue to just build. And hopefully, as the membership continues to grow, we'll be able to give out certain responsibilities to those who want to take leadership of certain aspects of what we're building. And so the more people that we have, the more loyal supporters that we have, the more that we can bring forth as a community. This is a very powerful movement that we're building. All thanks to our great Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra and the teachings that he brought forth and breaking us out of the matrix. That is what brought this forth. So that is why we're having our in-person celebration, the Pathways to Awakening. So we can, we're about really building physically, not just staying on the internet and talking. Like we really are moving, step by step, leading with the left, living out the laws of Ma'at in real time. So be sure to be in our monthly meeting so we can hear your tones. And we always look forward to that and hearing the great people, the great supporters of Ma'at speak. Okay, so that is the 31st. All right, we are also streaming simultaneously on Rumble. So shout out to all of our viewers on Rumble. Peace and love to you. So this is our backup channel. This is where sometimes YouTube cuts streams. Sometimes they cut classes out. You can't really be sure with YouTube. So we also keep Rumble going at the same time, so we can always make sure we have a backup vault of all of our teachings, that so that way we can make sure that we don't lose any of our information. So shout out to everyone on Rumble. This is a great platform. If you're not familiar with this, go over there, create an account. It's free. It's just like YouTube. but there's a lot of creators going over there because they're a lot less restrictive on what you can say, what you can talk about. So there's a lot of great content creators going over there. So join us there over on Rumble. MetaNetter Mondays. Our great Saba Tehuti hosts a MetaNetter class on Mondays. A lot of the great students picked up the last class. That was class 47. Tomorrow, which is August 21st, 2023, will be another MetaNetter Monday class. It'll be class number 48, and it'll be a continuation of what the great Saba Tehuti consistently brings. So shout out to all the people who purchased last week's MetaNetter Monday class. So yes, you can get the recordings if you can't be there physically. So that's wonderful. So, be sure to reach out to our Saba Tehuti, email mysticaltelevision@gmail.com to be a part of the MetaNetter Monday class. All right, and how you support the great teachings of Ma'at through PayPal, through Cash App. And this is how we do what we do. All of what we're building, all of what you see us bringing forth, you won't find this anywhere on YouTube. What we're doing. We're not just hosting classes and just personally doing. We're doing this to build up community for everyone to have those who we can connect with and build with. Because once you get broken out of the matrix, of course, it becomes a very lonely journey because you realize everyone is plugged into this matrix and all of these false realities are removed from you. So you no longer connect with the people that you used to connect with and those who are around you. So that is why the teachings of Ma'at is here to build up community for those who step outside of that matrix and live in Ma'at. So support us so we can continue to keep bringing these in-person celebrations, to keep bringing forth these different levels of community, these different streaming platforms, these different classes. This Study God Sunday class, we have to pay for venues, hosting, just a myriad of things that we do. And all of the great supporters, you all are what help us allow this to happen. Without you all, this would not be able to happen, literally. So that is why I always give so much adoration to everyone who shows support to us and to the great Saba Tehuti, because you all help us to allow this to happen. And we want to be able to be that hub, that place, that aku, that pyramid for everyone to go to when everything is said and done, when all the lies are, when you're done sifting through all of the information and you come to the actual essence of Ma'at. You'll find us, the teachings of Ma'at and Saba Tehuti, and you all are what help us to allow us to do this. So continue to support PayPal, Cash App, teachings of Ma'at, and we also accept Ethereum as well. And you can find our Ethereum wallet address at teachingsofma'at.org/donate. All right, so today the Shipwrecked Sailor is what we will be reading from. Shout out to the great brother Atef Maat. This is a very powerful reading, and it comes from the P. Leningrad 115, the Papyrus Leningrad 115 in the Imperial Museum of St. Petersburg. This dates to what's known as the Middle Kingdom, 2040 to 1782 BCE. So this is a very ancient story, that dates back over 4,000 years. So it's very powerful. We're gonna, if you all are not familiar, put a 1 in the chat if you have not read the Tale of the Shipwrecked Sailor. Put a 1 in the chat if you have not read it, and put a 2 if you have read this amazing magical story. Let's see who all are familiar or who have read this so far before we even get into it, as we prepare for this wonderful, powerful reading. So as you all wait, I also put this up too. So if you own a business, you can host a small segment here on the Teachings of Ma'at YouTube channel. So anything that you do as a business, you can reach out to us, and of course, we won't work with any and everybody. It has to be something that is beneficial, that we find beneficial. So of course, reach out to us and promote your business. You can put your commercial up, and we'll put your links up so we can send everyone over there to go support you. And we also host a creativity show as well. So this is just for all of our creative people. I know I wish I had something like this to come to as I was coming up, and I didn't see it. So we create what we don't see. You know, what we want to bring forth, we create. So to be able to come to a place that you love and you support, and to be able to allow your voice to be heard, that's very powerful. So if you do art, I want to see some great artists that do, you know, drawings, paintings. I definitely want to see some artists. I know there's some artists out there. Poetry, we have some great poets. Shout out to Sherry Ka, and shout out to Big Vapes, who performed in our very first talent show and brought forth the spoken word. They did fantastic, so shout out to them. You do music, dancing, acting, you have any type of commercials out, or you work on any type of movies, let us know. We'll put you up. You do pottery. We love pottery. I mean, we're the creators of pottery. Playing an instrument, comedy. We know we have some great comedics out there. So all things creative. If you can create, we can showcase. So just reach out to us. And we also have our beautiful merch, Teachings of Ma'at merch. So, you know, we have the Tehuti's Teachings of Ma'at merch, where you can customize the back of your shirt. You can put your name on there. You can put your favorite quote on there. You can put the meta netter on there. And the more you guys support and show this, the more designs that we can bring forth for you all. You know, we have a lot that we want to bring forth for you all, but of course it takes those who you all have to want it, right? You know, if not, then we focus our attention elsewhere, because we're gonna, you know, we're who you see on the screen, including the great brother Ahati Maat and the great Saba Tehuti and our members. We're the ones who are building this up. So if you want more merchandise to be able to rock, you can definitely reach out to us and show support and say, hey, you know, send a message in. And we also allow for you to also be creative in your own way too. So if you have something that you want to bring forth, you can reach out to us. Go to teachingsofmaat.org/shop, and you'll see my links there to reach out to me. And you can say, hey, I have a shirt design in mind. What do you think about this? And you know, we can possibly work something out with you to bring forth what it is you want to bring forth. So we're definitely in the kitchen. We know our great brother Menkhu has some fantastic ideas. Ahati Maat has some fantastic ideas. Atef has some great ideas, and we want to provide all of this for you all. So shout out to all the great people who have already purchased the Teachings of Ma'at shirts and hoodies, long sleeve, short sleeve. And you know, we're going to continue to keep building. We're going to continue to keep growing. And lastly, I'll show the home website. So this is teachingsofmaat.org. Welcome to the teachingsofmaat.org organization. Tehuti's affirmation. This is where you can get the affirmation. You can download this here. The Tehuti pod class, study guide Sundays. We have audio recordings as well. We're also working on more audio recordings for you all to bring forth. Me and the great brother Atef Maat. So you know, continue to keep supporting so we can knock out these audio books for you all, because no one else is doing this for you. And you know, if you want to be able to get these audio books, you know, you gotta there's a lot that goes into it. So all your support helps with all of this. Okay, so join our community. Our Discord community is here. Becoming a member. We are now accepting memberships within the T.O.M movement. We have open positions for active and non-active supporters and memberships. We are looking for writers, editors, managers, digital designers, social media content creators. I know we have a lot of people in here, and even some younger brothers and sisters, and you know, those who are more familiar with the social media side. We definitely want to find someone who can focus on our social media content creator section for us. And you know, we're also thinking about making this a paid position for social media content creation, because it's that important to be able to find to get more reach out there. So if you think you're interested in able to you know, hold this position, reach out to us and we can talk business. Organizers for physical meetups to work alongside the great brother Menkhu, our great chief steward. We all could use assistance. So if you're good at that, you know, reach out to us. So these are just some of the things we're looking for in membership. So just contact leadership@teachingsofmaat.org, or down here in the bottom right, you'll see this little messaging system, and you can just type in what you like and send in the message. Okay, so it's that simple. Put your name and your email so that way I can get back with you. All right, and here's how you subscribe to our newsletter. We send a powerful newsletter out every single week. It's packed full of a lot of information, and when you subscribe, you'll also get 10% off. So I mean, that's a steal. So sign up for it, and that's how we send out a lot of information to everyone. And the newsletter is great. It's fire in itself. So be sure to sign up for that, and you know, it's free. So that's another thing that is free. All right, and let me go up here. Okay, so our Study Guide Sunday Live shop section. So here's the shop section where you can purchase the Teachings of Maat merchandise right here. So you can just message me. You can contact me via phone, my business number, or email. So you can definitely reach out to me if you want to purchase the T.O.M merch or customize your own designs. Here is Stepping Out of the Matrix ebook, our great Saba Tehuti. If you don't have this ebook in your library, get this. Melanin Dark Consciousness, get this. This is what started the Teachings of Maat. If you go back to our very first video, it says breaking down, reading over these two ebooks here. Absolutely fire information, and the beginning step of really stepping out of the matrix, which is why this is volume 1. So be sure that you purchase these books here. Here's our event section. This is where you can also purchase tickets for the Pathways to Awakening, Meet the Movement. The great brother Ahati Maat has a page, and this is where you can support him, get his book. He has a wonderful, powerful book that you can get, Journey of Your Soul, Series Book 1, Freedom Through God's Word. Here's the ebook. You can definitely download this ebook here and get it directly to your email address. So if you don't have this in your library, get this as well. More of his teachings and his BitChute, which is a lot more of uncensored content. So here's more links to the great brother Ahati Maat that you can follow up on. And here's my section of Ani Ptah, the scribe. A lot of my poetry, my spoken word artistry, my spoken frequency. Here's my songs on my SoundCloud. The instructions, Proverbs of Amen and Moped with a 720 hertz healing frequency, audio recording, laws of Ma'at. You can download this here. All of my presentations that I bring forth with the clickable links and all of the sources, you can download that here. You won't find nowhere else. So you can definitely support me through this as well. So all of my classes are here for you to download and watch alongside. Okay, our Discord, our Rumble, account access only for those who create a page here, a free account. Create an account here, and it's free, and you'll get access to this right here, account access only. And this is a door. I won't open this. Those are for people who just want to create an account. And there's more teachings behind this door, of course. And our volunteer. This is the last thing I'll show. Our volunteer signups for so anyone who wants to just volunteer and help us with really anything that you find yourself wanting to be able to assist us in, you can definitely reach out to us here, and just click this here, and you'll be led to our volunteer sign up, and where you can sign up for free, which is separate from the actual membership. Members, of course, get priority But for those who may not want to become a member, you just want to volunteer, this is for you. And with that being said, the great brother Atef, okay, welcome back, good brother. And pass the ball to you. Brother Menkhu, if you want to speak about the talent show for the upcoming Pathways to Awaken event, so people can know, what they can be a part of, and then we'll let the great brother Atef go in.
Yes. Tua, Ani, for your powerful leadership and your amazing representation of Ahati and sharing so much of what you bring to the movement, the Saba Tehuti, and to the T.O.M organization. My eyes are smiling and blessed with how you take initiative and how multi-talented you are. So Tua, adoration, gratitude for all that you bring to us. The talent show, listen, we are the netters. We are spell casters. You are light and sound vibration beings. We are a people of expression. We are the original architects. We are the original poets. We are the original scribes. We are the original mathematicians. We are the original astronomers. So in this talent show, in this gathering on October 28th, return to your original selves, please. I invite you and welcome you. This talent show is an opportunity. We listen, let me tell y'all, in the voice of Atef, we sit under Saba Tehuti every Friday. We participate in this Sunday stream with the T.O.M. for those that come to the Meta Monday. And then starting next month, twice a month, we are going to be having the learnings of Maat. And so by October 28th, you should be full of expression. It should just, when people see you, you should look transformed. Where is our evidence from all that we receive? Where is the evidence of the love, of the power of the teaching that you are receiving? Where's the evidence? And so I'm not trying to judge anyone, but I am not going to live any longer without expressing the evidence of the consciousness of Ma'at and being a netter. So we want you to get free and express yourself, show your love, show your talents, spit that hecka, show us your expression, and however you are called to express yourself. Get free, break from the chains of the matrix, dirty your mind from being brainwashed. And so let's get together, let's lock arms, and let's stand up. Let's be ourselves. You were born free. You were born a netter. You were born of the light. So I'm hoping that we inspire you, that Saba Tehuti inspires you, that Ani Ptah inspires you, that Atef Maat inspires you, that are studying and learning individually when nobody else is around. So I look forward to meeting you, and I look forward to you joining the talent show. It's $20 to enter, and the first place prize is $250. But our riches is money does not make you rich.
How much is the first place prize again?
$250.
Where do I sign up?
Woo! You know what? I'm gonna say what I was thinking, Ani. I was like, yo, Ani should be able to participate and get that bread. Y'all playing around.
I'll tell you right now, I've been in many spoken word contests, competitions, and they ain't never gave no $250 first place prize.
Yo, so I do this. Keep going, 90.
Yeah, so yeah, this is, I don't know who would not utilize this to not only get your talent out there, to get your voice heard, but to be rewarded, you know, to get a $250 cash prize to perform. That's phenomenal. So shout out to you, great brother Menkhu, Meri, my aunt, for bringing forth the consciousness to you know, give back to our people and celebrate our skill set and our talent. So yes, Hotep, keep going, good brother.
If I was a poet, I'm trying to bring my best stuff so I can get on the track with Ani. If I have any talent, if I'm an entrepreneur and I can get a booth, knowing my people are going to be at this event, knowing that if you come and you get a booth, I'm buying some of your stuff, because I do what I do to bring out the best in you so you can be free and you can have somebody that supports you. That's why I do what I do. Money doesn't make you rich. Culture and your original being, that's what makes you rich. You've already inherited everything that makes you rich. If you're a follower of Ma'at, you're already rich. So you should just be yourself. And then law of attraction is going to bring, which is a Kemetic concept. It's just going to bring what you already are to you. So let's have fun. Let's get free. If you work a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, you have kids, you need a break. You need a vacation. This is going to be your vacation that is going to rejuvenate you. That's going to resurrect you. So that's why I do what I do, because I want to live a full, beautiful life like the Kemetians did. You can see the evidence of their expression, their love, their genius. You can see it. It's everywhere. If you open your eyes, be awakened so you could dream. So when we look inside of the Akus, we see the evidence of their love. We see the evidence of their expression, their arts, their mathematics. That's how I'm trying to live. So come join us. Whoa, I didn't even mean to say it like that, but come join us, like a Atef would say, and let's get busy. And I will pass it through the great, wonderful, powerful Atef Kim.
Cool. Right before you get started, great brother Atef, I do want to show the support that we received in prior to the class, and of course give our adoration to our supporters, and I know they're ready for this this reading. I asked earlier if to put a 1 if they have not heard of this, and that's what we got. Malkia Wamongu put a 1, good brother Nuru put a 1, Eric G put a 1.
If they have not.
Yes,
oh, okay.
have not. Maybe heard of it from Tehuti. I've only heard Saba mention it. Yes, God was I Am, Humble Books. Everybody put 1, so some fresh new information. Okay, let me share my screen. And we'll start with the good brother Emmanuel Rodriguez, Nukpu, who sends 333. Henu Kinties, Ma'at, with the 3 axes. Hotep, good brother Emmanuel Rodriguez, Nukpu, who always sends the Trinity sequence of numbers. And he always sends multiples of these. So 2 out to you, great brother, for your support, for your energy, and you know, for your attention here in class. So 2 out to you, great brother, for your support. Okay, next we have, let me see. We have
send in a question to get his name broke down. Was that brother? I think so.
Maybe so.
I think he sent the question in to Saba.
Okay, yes. Shout out to you, great brother. Nukpu. We have the wonderful moderator of the teachings of Ma'at, Primordial Thought 9. And here he is here, $10 for support. Tua to you, Divine Brothers. Henu Fist. Shout out to this great brother here, who is an active member. He's one of the active members, so he'll definitely be able to be a part of the Ma'at Wednesday class. These classes will also be recorded, so you know, you can also utilize that as well. So shout out to Primordial Thought 9, our great active member, our great moderator. Hotep and Henu to you. All right, next we have, let's see, who do we have? We have the wonderful brother Heka Kepara, Henu T.O.M for support.
Yo, let's go.
Sends in $25. So Tua to this good brother who supports our great Saba Tehuti very well. So Tua for that, because you're one of the main supporters who help to keep the Saba Tehuti's pod class going and flowing. And so we also appreciate you for your support that you're bringing here to the TOM. So you also are helping and allowing us to also continue and do what all we're doing. So shout out to you, great brother. Heka Kepara. Like I put in the song, I said words evolve like Heka Kepara. That's right. So to our good brother. All right. And lastly, so far, let's see, let me double check. Okay, so yes, so this is the last one as of right now. Be sure you send your support in throughout the show. We have the wonderful sister Angela Gates, who sends $10.
Peace and love to you, sister.
Hotep Henu to you. We definitely appreciate you and the support that you bring forward. You are a wonderful supporter. We definitely look forward to having you as a member as well. You know, we have some wonderful supporters. So as we continue to grow, we know that you all will take the next step in joining the membership. And, you know, our great Saba Tehuti has some wonderful announcements coming at the Pathways to Awakening in-person celebration concerning the membership. So join in so that way you all can also be a part of the Ma'at Wednesday class. So shout out to you, Sister Angela Gates. And you are such a wonderful supporter. You're in the Discord meetings every single month, always letting your voice be heard. So shout out to you. All right. Good brother Atef Maat, the floor is yours.
Peace and love, Hotep. Okay, let me share my screen. So present. Let's go share screen. We're gonna go do entire screen, no sound necessary. Is my screen sharing? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
So I was just messing around on Google Earth, and I'm going to show you guys what I came up with. So I'm going to be reading today's story from our beautiful ancestors, and it's called the Shipwrecked Sailor, Tales of the Shipwrecked Sailor. So here on Google Earth, it says, this story was found in an ancient papyrus scroll in the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia. It describes a trip a sailor took from Egypt to Nubia, or modern Sudan. To sail to Nubia, you either have to go up the Nile, which has 6 stretches of dangerous rapids, or sail on the Red Sea to the Port Sudan. If you were starting in Cairo and wanted to take the Red Sea route, Scribe, you could leave the music on, brother. I like the music. You had to carry your ship through the desert to Koptos to Qusar. In this story, the sailor is shipwrecked on the island of the Soul. In the Red Sea, he befriends a giant serpent. Many scholars believe that the story is fantasy, of course they do, but at least one thinks the island of the soul could be real. This small island in the Red Sea is off the coast near the town of Berenice. Some legends describe it as being inhabited by serpents and of the island being shrouded in mist and hard to find. Maybe it is the island of the soul. Look at the little Greek man up there. But when you click the little arrow, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So technology is beautiful. It takes you straight down past Africa, quote unquote Africa. And you can see right here, you see Africa, right? And it takes you right to the Nile. Boom. And it's a little smaller island right there. So I'm going to begin to read just to show you guys something. You can have fun with this, man. There's so much technology out there that we can mess around with. But let me read. So I'm reading from this book right here, The Literature of Ancient Egypt by William Kelly Simpson. And you can easily get it off of Amazon. I don't believe it's more than $20, $19. But I heard Saba mention it on the Killer Priest podcast with Podcraft a few years ago, and I purchased it along with many other books. And of course, I haven't got a chance to read through all the books and all the stories. There's thousands of papyruses and stories, but this was one book that I heard him mention, and it's an anthology of stories, instructions, stellar autobiographies, and poetry. So this is the book I'm going to be reading from by William Kelly Simpson. Easily could be purchased on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. And the story begins on page 45 in that book, and it's called The Shipwrecked Sailor. The narrative of the shipwrecked sailor is one of the most interesting, straightforward, and yet puzzling compositions of ancient Kemetic literature. The composition dates from somewhat later than 2000 BC in a single manuscript from not much later. Other roughly contemporary compositions are known from several manuscripts. The papyrus was found by the eminent Russian Egyptologist Vladimir Golenshev in the Egyptian collection in St. Petersburg, or else it was acquired by him. He published it in 1913, and it is now in the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. It has been translated on many occasions, and every year there are at least one or two new studies and interpretations. The basic situation involves the return of a trading, exploration, or military mission from the south and its arrival on the Nile at Elephantine in the southern border of Egypt proper at the first cataract on the Nile, the area of the new high dam. The tale begins abruptly. One or more pages may have been missing at the beginning. See Bibliography Bosklev, 1993. A junior officer speaks to his superior in which the former consoles his chief on what appears to be an unsuccessful mission and reassures the commander, who shows his anxiety about appearing at court before the king. The junior officer then tells a story about his own experience when he traveled south and was shipwrecked on a desert isle, either on the Red Sea or the Nile. When he came to his senses, he was approached by the sole inhabitant of the island, a large serpent. The serpent befriends the officer and relates its own misfortune when a shooting star fell and burnt his entire family of serpents. The serpent predicts that the sailor will be able to return to Egypt, gives him a cargo of trade goods, and bids him farewell when a boat appears. The sailor then returns to Kemet, is rewarded by the king, and hopes that his story has cheered the commander. The commander, however, is still discouraged, and the story comes to an abrupt end, much as it begins, with the ironic and discouraging remark of the commander. Thus, there are three levels: the situation of the return of the expedition, the story within a story of the sailor's experience, and the story within a story of the serpent's misfortune. Several features can be briefly mentioned. None of the protagonists is actually named, the commander, the retainer, nor the serpent. The island is also not named or located, but it is predicted by the serpent that it will disappear under the waves once the sailor leaves. Most scholars place the island off the coast of the Red Sea, but some maintain it must have been on the Nile in the south. The serpent calls himself the Prince of Punt, a land which the Kemetians visited from the earliest times and is thought to lie in the south between the Nile and the Red Sea. A curious emphasis is placed on numbers: the height of the waves, the dimensions of the ship, the number of sailors, the length of the serpent's hood, the number of months of the sailor's story, and so on. It is also as if the tale is an allegory involving the movement of stars. Love of family and the return to Kemet is emphasized, paralleled by the cruel fate of the serpent's family. The resourcefulness of the Kemetian abroad is also a theme. All sorts of interpretations have been offered by scholars, but the precise message remains elusive. Is the serpent the Neterah, or a personification of fate? Is the sailor a model of fortitude under adversity, or a fool? Who is the fearful commander, and why is he so afraid to report to the king? Do the talking serpent and the disappearing island categorize the narrative entirely as a fairy tale? Is the boat and crew which comes to get the sailor the same one which was wrecked with the loss of life to all its crew? These and other questions have found different answers as the study of the composition progresses. It is certainly a masterpiece of Kemetic literature and raises more questions than can be answered. It has been suggested that the sailor serves as a model for the man of the times, as does Sinehu. For an extensive recent study, see Bibliography Bukhar 1993. As we begin, the shipwrecked sailor. Then the able retainer spoke. Be of good cheer, commander. We have now reached home. The mallet has been taken off, the mooring post driven in, the bowline cast ashore. Praise has been offered, and the netter has been thanked. Every man embraces his comrade. Our shipmates have returned safe, without loss to our expedition. After we reached the limits of Wawat, we passed the island of Sinmet. See us now. We are returning safely, and we are reaching our land. Listen now to me, commander. I do not exaggerate. Wash up, place water on your fingers, so you can reply when you are questioned, so you can speak to the king with confidence, so you can answer without stammering. The speech of a man can save him, and his words can cause indulgence for him. Yet, do only as you wish, for speaking to you is tiresome. Nor now I shall tell you something similar, which happened to me myself. I went to the mining region for the sovereign. I went down to the Great Green in a ship 120 cubits long and 40 cubits wide. 120 sailors were aboard from the best of Kemet. Whether they looked at the sky or looked at the land, their hearts were braver than lions. They could tell a storm before it came, and a tempest before it had happened. But a storm came up while we were on the Great Green, before we could touch the land, and the wind picked up and howled. A wave of 8 cubits was in it. As for the mast, I grasped, lit, struck it. Then the ship died, and of those who were in it, there did not remain a single one. I placed on an island by a wave of the Great Green, and I spent 3 days alone, my heart as my companion. I lay down within a shelter of wood, and I embraced the shade. Next, I stretched my legs to find what I could put in my mouth. There I found figs and grapes and all kinds of good vegetables. Sycamore figs were there together with notched ones, and cucumbers as if they were cultivated. Fish were there with fowl. There was nothing that was not in it. Then I gorged myself and put some on the ground. Because of the abundance in my hands, I removed the fire drill when I had lighted a fire, and I made a burnt offering to the Neter. Next, I heard the sound of thunder, and I thought it was a wave of the great green. The trees were shaking and the ground quaking. When I uncovered my face, I found it was a serpent about to come. He was 30 cubits long, and his beard hood was larger than 2 cubits. His body was covered with gold. His eyebrows were of real lapis lazuli, and he was coiled up in front. He opened his mouth toward me while I was on my belly in front of him. He said to me, Who has brought you? Who has brought you, citizen? Who has brought you? If you delay in telling me who has brought you to this island, I shall have you know yourself as ashes, turned into someone invisible. He texted you, spoke to me, but I could not hear while I was before him. I did not know myself. Then he set me in his mouth and took me off to his resting place. He set me down without touching me. I was intact without his taking anything from me. He opened his mouth toward me while I was on my belly before him. Then he said to me, Who has brought you? Who has brought you, citizen? Who has brought you to this island of the great green, the 2 sides of which are underwater? Then I answered him, my arms bent before him. I said to him, It was I who came down to the mining country on a mission of the sovereign. In a ship 120 cubits long and 40 cubits wide, 120 sailors were in it from the best of Kemetic. Whether they looked at the sky or looked at the land, their hearts were braver than lions. They could tell a storm before it came. Each one of them, his heart was braver, and his arms more valiant than his companions. There was no fool among them. Then a storm came forth while we were on the great green. Before we could set to land, the wind picked up and kept on howling. A wave of 8 cubits was in it. As for the mast, I grasped onto it. Then the ship died, and of those who were in it, not a single one remained except for me. See me now at your side. Next, I was placed on the island by a wave of the great green. Then he said to me, Do not fear, citizen. Do not turn white, for you have reached me. See, God has allowed you to live. He has brought you to this island of the spirit. There is not anything which is not in it. It is filled with all fine things. See, you shall spend month after month until you complete 4 months within this island. A boat shall return from the residence, sailors in it whom you know. You shall go with them to the residence, and you shall die in your town. How joyful is one who relates what he has experienced. After painful matters have passed by, I shall now relate to you something similar, which took place on this island, when I was on it with my siblings, children among them. We amounted to 75 serpents, including my children and my brothers and sisters, without my mentioning to you a little daughter, brought to me through wisdom. Then a star fell, and because of it, these went up in fire. It happened utterly, but I was not with them when they burned. I was not among them. Then I died for them. When I found them as a single heap of corpse, if you would be brave and your heart strong, you will find your arms with your children. You will kiss your wife. You will see your house. It is better than anything. You will reach home where you were. Among your siblings, I was stretched out on my belly. I touched the ground in his presence. But I, the sailor, say to you, I shall relate your might to the sovereign. I shall have him learn of your greatness. I shall have brought to you laudanum oil, spices, balsam, and incense of the temples, with which every netter is pleased. I shall tell you what has happened to me, and what I have seen of your text, his fame. You will be thanked in the city, in the presence of the officials of the entire land. I shall slaughter oxen for you as a burnt offering. I will have the necks of fowl ringed for you. I shall have barges brought to you, laden with all the products of Kemetic, as should be done for a netter who loves men in a far-off land which men do not know. Then he laughed at me for what I had said. In his opinion, foolishly, he said to me, you do not have much myrrh, although you have become an owner of incense. I am, sir, the prince of Punt. Myrrh belongs to me. That oil which you said will be brought, it is the main product of this island. Now, it shall happen, when you separate yourself from this place, you will never see this island again, since it will be submerged under waves. Then that boat returned, as he had predicted before. I went and set myself on top of a tall tree, and I recognized those who were in it. Then I went to report it, and I found him knowing it already. He said to me, in good health, citizen, off to your house. You shall see your children. Make a good reputation for me in your city. This is my only request from you. I placed myself upon my belly, my arms bent in his presence. He gave me a load of myrrh, oil, and laudanum, spice, cinnamon, aromatics, eye paint, giraffe tails, large cakes of incense, ivory tusks, hounds, apes, baboons, and all fine products. Then I loaded them onto the boat, and I was placed on my belly to thank him. He said to me, you shall reach the residence in 2 months. You shall fill your arms with your children. You will become young again at home until your burial. Then I went down to the shore in the vicinity of this boat, and I called out to the expeditionary force which was in the boat. I gave praise upon the shore to the Lord of this island, and those who were in it likewise. We sailed north to the residence of the sovereign, and we reached the residence in 2 months, according to everything he had said. Then I entered before the sovereign, and I presented him with these gifts, which I had brought from within this island. Then he thanked me before the officials of the entire island. I was appointed retainer and granted 200 servants. See me after I landed, after I have seen what I experienced. Listen to my words. It is good for men to hearken. Then he, the commander, said to me, do not be so proper, friend. What is the use of giving water to the fowl at daybreak when it is to be killed in the morning? It has come from beginning to end as found in writing, in the writing of the scribe, skilled with his fingers. Amini's son, Amin-Ah, may he live, prosper, and be in health. Do I get a pause? The story of Sinhu. 180, that's 180 lines. And that is the literature of ancient Egypt from this book by Willie Kelly Simpson. Can you guys see my screen? Am I still sharing? Yes, I am. Peace and love. That was real deep, bro. I read that story with my daughter. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I read that story with my daughter. It was a small book. She had brought it home as a library book. She was so excited to bring it home to me. But that was a very deep story, brother. What did you think? Have you read that story, Menkhu?
I have not read that story. I heard Saba share parts of it, but I really appreciate that. And the more I learn about Maat and Kemet and the Nethers, and I see so many images of the Nethers on boats. And so my whole appreciation and understanding for the boat is different. So previously, when I would think about the boat, I would think about something that I couldn't afford, something that's for rich people, or I would think about the Atlantic slave trade and the Middle Passage. But now my association with the boat is now closer to Maat. And so I really like, there's so many very powerful lines in what you shared. I took a few notes. I don't know if we want to get into that now, but really have a deep appreciation for that story.
I need you there, brother. I need to
Yes, I'm here.
What, taking notes, brother? Yeah, that's go. Hey, you know what's so we ignorant, man, of our history, brother, because I'm reading that story and I'm like, and I'm trying to understand it as I'm reading it, and it's so I know that from learning from our great Saba that everything means something. So I'm reading it and I'm trying to interpret some of the lines as I'm reading. That's why I'm like pausing and stopping, but I'm like, let me just read through it first. And because it's almost like Proverbs and Psalms where they've taken all of our history and all of our wisdom and literature and they've made it their own. So now I'm reading an original one and I'm trying to understand, like, what is the story actually about? Like, I get so many different points about it. Number one is definitely appreciating your family. That was number one. That the what you was talking about, the boat. Like you said, brother, we are already rich, and our history is so rich. And it's, as I'm reading, I'm thinking how ignorant I am myself. Let me just speak of myself. How ignorant I am of all the beautiful wisdom and literature of our ancestors, right? To be quote unquote African American or Black or whatever it is that we call ourselves, we are absolutely unfamiliar with our own history and our own stories, right? Because this is Grandpa sitting in the rocking chair smoking the apple, the apple tobacco he used to smoke, telling us stories, man. Sitting up there talking to me. I didn't have that much time with him before he transitioned, but I remember the great wisdom that he passed down to us. And this is what that is. This is what that is. This is great wisdom and literature that we are unfamiliar with as a people, man, and it's so sad. Um, and I know the numbers mean something, but I'm definitely gonna be sending in a question to Saba because I got a lot of questions about this story in particular. Now that I'm reading the stories, I'm like, okay, it's so much, it's so deep, and it's so much that I need to know, that I want to know. I want to know everything, bro. I want to know absolutely everything. Ani, what did you think, good brother?
I think that I think that this story is for one, is very magical. Let me come on screen. Okay, so yes, this is a very powerful story, and of course, my initial when I first read this was, so here is here is a serpent, right? And what he call himself? What was his title that he said that he was? Which was the Prince of Punt, the Prince of Punt, which was yeah, which was very powerful because we learned from the great Saba Tehuti how Punt is the origin of the Netters, is the origin of where the Netters come forth from, because it's the Ptah, the, as he broke down in many of these classes, and in the Primordial Thought 9 breakdown, with the Ptah meaning the origin of something, and Pa'ut, which is 9, but it's also the origin, and that's the word for ancestors, those that come before, Pa'unt or Pa, and then is a name of Osiris or Asar. It's one of his names, for that first. So the origin of Asar, and of course the T is denoting that it's a land, because the land is usually recognized as feminine. So for him to be the Prince of Punt is tells a lot, and considering the fact that he also said, I had 70, well, there were 75 of us. There was I had 74 brothers and sisters, and for him to be the only one, by showing, finding this sailor and saying, hey, I'm going to relate to you right now, which took place on this island when I was on it with my siblings, to recognize, having to lose all his brothers and sisters, and just be there by itself, and still have compassion, right, for the sailor, and to give him abundance. And I also thought it was funny, when he said that, when he was like, I'm the Prince of Punt. Mir belongs to me. That oil, what you said, will be brought. It's the main product on this island. So I was like, I appreciate that, but I live in that. This is Mer. This is the literal land of Mer. So that was pretty funny there. But to have a being, right, a serpent being, and obviously the entire time the sailors in adoration, he's in a pose where he's saying he's on his belly with his arms bent, bowing down to this being who is of more supreme intelligence, power than him, and he was just humbled in his presence. So and it also corroborates with a few things with when he said, hey, there's 75 of us, and there was a star that fell, and because of that, things went up in fire, right? And it happened utterly, but I was not with them when they burned. I was not among them. Then I died for them when I found them as a single heap of corpses. Oh my goodness, that's so deep. Can he said, I died for them, to come across and have your brothers and sisters, like you said, in a heap of corpses from being burned, and you come back to that and you find that, he said, I died for them. If you would be brave and your heart strong, you will fill your arms with children. So, but only if you will be brave and your Eve strong, your heart strong. So of course, you know, that bravery, when you look up the word Ebe in the meta netter, it means to be courageous. So, you know, that's where we even get the concept of, oh, he has some heart. You know, he might have, you know, you ever seen or witnessed some people in altercations, and you know, maybe the smaller guy is fighting someone way larger, and but he has no fear, and that's always respected. You know, when it comes to any type of altercations, hey, he has heart, right? And that brings about that bravery and that courageousness, and you know, that comes from the meta netter word Ebe, which denotes all of that. And that's why I love that word so much, Ebe, because today when you just think about heart, you know, they don't really teach you about, you know, what it really means to have heart, and why these things are taught that, you know. So for him to say, if you would be brave and your heart be strong, you will fill your arms with children, and you will kiss your wife, you will see your house, it is better than anything. You will reach home when where you were among your siblings. And so, you know, and he lost everybody too, you know. So that's the beautiful story. It's like, through the destruction of what it said, it was 120 people on this boat, you know, and it getting flipped over by this wave. There's 120 people, and all his people drowned, you know, on this voyage. And to come across this this netter to say, you know, I lost all my family too, and that's why he could relate to him, and allowed him to continue to live, and gave him an opportunity to go back to his land, and bring forth you know, the presence of this being, and even in him saying, you know what, you won't make it back to this island here. This ain't, you know, you're not gonna be able to come back. It's gonna be underwater. So, you know, there's a lot of profound information on this. And you know, another great thing that I love about, you know, these stories is they're written in first person. So it's not telling the story of somebody else going through something. This is the sailor saying, I did this. This is what happened through my journey, and speaking directly from, you know, first point of view. And that's very powerful when it comes to presenting information, because you know, you won't source information. You know, it's always best to get it from the source. So firsthand information, you know, this sailor is telling you his journey and what he went through, and to have the details, like you said, the numbers, the details. The ship was 120 cubits long, 40 cubits wide, 120 sailors. You know, there's a lot of details in this story, and it's not just you know, just it just goes to show that detail was always preserved through just our everyday life. Nothing was just doing something just because, or everything was always calculated, and you know, it was very powerful. And you know, for us to take that into today, we'll make less mistakes, right? And we'll be more conscious and aware of what we're doing, because you're literally paying attention to the details. And that's another thing that this story taught me, right? So even through when telling a story, details are important, especially a story that's very important to your life. You know, so you know, this story was fantastic. You know, I love these stories, and you know, I love looking at the meta netter, because you know, the meta netter is to translate it into the English. You're of course gonna lose some of what is actually being said, because the way the meta netter was created, words or tones have vibrations that mean different things, but may have the same vibrational tone, because they relate overall through the frequency. So you know, there is a book that shows the meta netter, and you know, I just love reading that over, because you know, it allows you to go deeper into the story. But you know, this is fire information. I love that you chose this story, and you know, because this type of stuff needs to be brought forth. What, there's serpent beings? oh, what, this being is actually talking? Oh, what? Yes, you know, and that was not, if we if we really knew and understood, you know, that beings such as this still exist, you know, just in a hidden state, then you know, they wouldn't be so hard to believe. But you know, if you know how to look, you know how to research, you know how to, you know, you have that ma'ah, that eye of ma'at, you can definitely see other people who look like humans switching around, and that's definitely a real thing. So
the Google Earth showed the island. It showed an island right in the. It shows the island.
mm-hmm.
It shows a location. Yeah, you're right, brother. We just gotta pay attention. And this story was a suggestion by the great brother Ahati. Those were the two suggested stories that he suggested. But in reading that story, at the bottom it said I'll probably do Sinahu next. You know, we'll see. But that's why I was led to, brother. Because you're right. We don't know. We do not know our history, and we're so rich. It's so much. It's so many papyruses and so many of our stories that we are absolutely unfamiliar with as a people. Absolutely. But it's there and it's right in our face, but we refuse to read it. Or will you see they kept putting fantasy and myth and all of that. You know, they use those words to trick us, but that's their language. And you're right. The Metal Netter. Do you have this story in the Metal Netter? Do you have it? Do you have that scribe?
Yes, I do. It's not
transliterated.
But
yeah, I'm looking, and I found a papyrus, but it was so it was, I don't know if that was the right one, but yeah, you have to send that to me, there, brother.
Yeah, that was going to be a question that I had too, or I made a note for myself, is to find out about Sinahu, that story, or what it is, yes. What it was.
You got the Metal Netter. Can you put it up? You have it available to show?
Yes. Yeah, I can put it up.
Stephen E. Put the link in the chat. The great brother Stephen E. I'm gonna put him on.
Yes. Let me see.
Peace and love, good brother. Did he come through? Yeah, we I you know, when I have pictures when I went to the museum. I was completely clueless, brother. You I don't know if you can hear us, Stephen E., but your screen is just black. Can you? Okay, there you go, good brother. Peace.
Okay.
Peace. Can it be heard?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother, loud and clear. Go ahead, brother. Let's hear your tones.
What's up?
Oh, you're frozen.
I think I have a lag, but
just talk, brother. Just talk. We can hear you though. Peace, brother. Were you speaking? I love that background, by the way, Stephen.
Yes.
What's up? Yeah, you frozen, good brother.
Yeah, he's frozen up.
He's frozen. You good, brother. We heard you though, loud and clear. If you talk, we can hear you if you speak, brother.
Well, while we wait for Stephen E. to come through, fix his technology, there were a few lines that stood out to me in the story. The first one was, "Is the serpent the god Re or Ra?" That, of course, caught my attention. And then there's a line, "The speech of man can save him." That's very powerful. And then there's the line, "Their hearts were braver than lions." That's very powerful. And then the last one I had was they could tell a storm before they came. And so all of those lines are, you know, are evidence and proof of the consciousness of how connected, you know, we were during that time. And so the speech of a man can save him. Of course, we know the power of sound vibration, and their Ani Ptah spoke on the Eve and courage. Their hearts were braver than lions. And then we were so connected to nature that they could tell a storm before they came. So all of those lines really, really touched me.
Yes. Yeah, great observation. Those are definitely some fire lines that, you know, there's so much wisdom in the text. Even if it's not necessarily a wisdom text, it's still full of wisdom.
Absolutely. Did you find the Madonetta? Hey, come and see. Good brother coming back.
Let's see if he comes on for our share.
Great, dog. Let's see.
Oh man, Stephen E, I thought you got that got your Wi-Fi upgraded, brother. What happened?
Hey, listen, don't Stephen. Hey, man, listen. I've been upgrading my technology little by little, brick by brick, as I say, because I started with a little bitty, I started with the computer monitor, and then I wanted to do it so bad. This brother at my job, he ended up. Go ahead, Stephen E. What's good, brother?
We can see you.
You good now, brother?
What's up? I can be heard. Everything is good.
Yeah, hear you, brother. Yeah, welcome, brother. Welcome to the panel. It's good to see you, good brother.
Good to see you too, good brothers. Happy to be here. Enjoying y'all, good brothers.
What's up, brother? What do you think of the story?
It's beautiful. I enjoyed it. I was thinking about reading it when Saba brought it up during one of his classes. I believe it was the class where they were asking why the women were white or light skinned in the papyrus scrolls, the wife of Ani and whatnot. So I remember him bringing it.
Uh-oh. Cut out.
What's up, brother? Yeah, that technology. That's the Matrix, brother. That's the Matrix. That's the Matrix. Hey, look, even the Matrix be hating on us, man. Yeah, that technology. That's the Matrix. You hear me, brother? Yeah. But these stories is beautiful, brother. And you know what? It's been there the whole time. But I was saying I was looking through some old pictures I had, and on those pictures were Stevie, brother. Whenever you get ready, we can hear you, good brother. You'll have the floor. But I was looking at some old pictures I had, and it was me at the museum, and I was, it didn't really. I'm not gonna say it didn't mean nothing to me, because now when I look back at it, there's certain pictures that I took in front of certain statues and different things that absolutely mean something and certain papyruses. But the more I learn, the more empowered I become, because that's what these stories do. They empower us. Like the brother said, we got to be brave like lions, and that's really what it's about. It's about unlearning and relearning. So I'm not ashamed that I don't know, that I'm unfamiliar with our true history and our stories. I'm not ashamed of that. Although I have to say that it was done on purpose. It was done, the trick was done on purpose. That's why we were told we're African Americans and we're black, and they separate us. So that was done on purpose. But I'm so thankful for Ma'at. It's an honor. I had got a text from a sister. She was talking about something. I have to go and and just inform her of the platform that I stand on, and it's Ma'at. You know, that's the foundation. That's what everything was built on. So it's just a beautiful thing to be able to unlearn and relearn and to read these stories. And you know what it is for me, right? Um, it was like when I was in Sunday school in Bible study, you know, and I was reading the stories and I didn't have no understanding of it, and then the Sunday school teacher would try to interpret and give you their interpretation of it, you know, um, the lies, but at the same time, it's like our stories, they got all of those different interpretations and things from our stories, and they just take it and just rewrite it into their own stories. So the wisdom is there, you know, like Saba taught us, in order for the lie to exist, it has to have some truth in it. So that's the thing about it. That's the beautiful thing about it, is that the fact that I read this story, and it's so, like you said, it's so magical, and I know that it's magical. I just don't understand everything there is to understand about it. But that's a beautiful thing, because what do? You keep reading it. You read it, and then you get more and more, and the more you learn, the better off you become. You found that, Ani?
Yes.
Yeah,
Brother Menkhu, go to your settings and audio, and click where it says echo cancellation, and see if that helps. Like, you got some background noise it's coming through.
It is clicked. Echo cancellation is clicked.
Okay.
The noise was my AC. I'm sorry. I turned it.
Okay.
I just got this AC. It's loud though. It's like, I don't know why it's so loud. It's a 2023 joint, but it's loud like a Challenger or something. But I turned it off. My bad.
No, it's okay.
How is my sound, brother? Can you hear my fan in the background?
No, you sound clear.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, brother Atef, you know how to
screen share?
No.
Go ahead. I'm just learning. Don't feel bad, Stephen. Hey, brother, I'm just learning too. All right, listen.
You know how to read some hieratic?
No, absolutely not. Not yet, bro. Not yet, good brother. Not yet.
You're gonna learn today.
Ancestral artifacts over religious opinion, though.
Yes. So the great thing about the way that these things are documented, and this is a great thing that that the people do, is, as you see on the numbers on the right, it goes line by line. So on all the papyruses, they always separate them to denote the lines. So when we look at here, like, this is line 150 and then line 151, and they do the same thing through the translations. Though this the William Kelly Simpson book, it only shows the numbers every 10, but you can kind of once you start to learn the metanetter, then you can kind of start to see it. But here's the actual papyrus, right? So here's and I know that's the Cheta. I can say that's like the serpent with the ta, to Cheta, saith. But here's the hieratic, and then they translate it here to the actual metanetter. Yeah, here, 150 to Cheta, FN. So not to not have, right? And that's to not have myrrh. So what we can do is, we can go right here, the 150, and then we can look at the William Kelly Simpson book, where it says, okay, 150 says it. He said to me, you do not have much myrrh. So of course we know that that's to Cheta. He saith, we do not have myrrh, although you have become an owner of incense. And then 151, I am, sir, the Prince of Punt. So what's I am? You know what that is, don't you? You know what the I am is. Everybody knows what the I am is. The I am is the Nook, right? Like Nook Poo, Nook Poo, Nook Poo. So here's the Nu, the water bowl of Nu, and the K sound and the determinative. So Nook, I am, sir, os, and then here's heck, and there's the K, heka, which is the prince, right? Which is why we see Jesus, you know, he's the one who the shepherd, because of the prince. The word for prince has the heka, which is the hook that controls the sheep, and it also creates the word heka, which is words of power, words of sound vibration, the hekau. So the same word for prince is the same word for words of power, and it's the heck used to control, because your words is what is used to control your reality. So he says, Nook, I am Heka, the prince of, and then here's Punt, right? The P, and here's Unt, and then the land with the double mountains. So I am the prince of Punt. And then here's the word Mer, right? The an right here, the same word up here. When he said, you do not have Mer, the ana, same word right here. I'm the prince of Put, Mer belongs to me. So Su belongs to me. So yeah, this is but this is how you have to look at these documents, because not all of the writings are transliterated, where you have the meta-netter and then the English up under it. So sometimes you got to do it yourself. You have to look at the English translation and then just go line by line and maybe look up these words in the dictionary, you know, but you only can do that once you become familiar with the language, and you're able to read this and look at this. So yeah, this is the papyrus, and as you see, this it's not even in English. This book here. So
how long you had this on? You been having this?
No, I have not had this. I got this earlier today. You know, because when I knew we was gonna be reading this story, you know, I'm like, okay, well, let me see if there's any meta-netter translations, or even papyruses. I was trying to find an image of the papyrus, and
I was looking. That's why I'm asking you, Ani, because I've been looking for this for so long. I'm like, how you just pull it up? I got a picture that's so blurry. The papyrus. Listen, that I didn't even show it. I was like, man, I can't even show it because you can't read it. Oh man, listen.
Yeah, this is
artifacts over religious opinion.
And yeah, a lot of these books to find these papyruses are in different languages. Like this one's in French, right? So, but the good thing about Google Translate is you can take the French and you can translate it to English. Not in these books, in these PDFs, but on the
website.
Yeah, on the website you can do it. And so it helps you to just find a whole lot more information, because like Budge and a lot of the people who put together these books could read these languages. So when they're putting together, you know, the dictionaries, they're getting sources from all different sources of languages. And so now, because of technology, we have the ability to be able to find these type of things. And I got this from...
Well, I was looking, brother. So send that to me, because I've been looking for a while and I couldn't find nothing but blurry images of papyruses, and I wasn't even sure if it was a real thing. So I decided not to show it. Yeah, I need that, good brother. Peace and love, Stephen E.
Peace. You look clear now. Okay.
Yeah, you clear, brother.
Peace. Can I be heard? Hotep.
Yeah, see you now, Hotep, good brother.
Okay, I had to switch devices. My laptop's pretty old, so that's why I'll be having those lag issues and whatnot. But I'm on my phone now. But it's good to see you, brothers. I want another wonderful class.
Tua, brother. Tua. Thanks for your support.
I appreciate what you love to do. What was that?
I say Tua for your support, brother. You always supporting us. Teachings of my aunt, brother. We appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. Nini Uk. I love to support y'all and what y'all are doing and supporting Saba, Tehuti. And I look forward to becoming a member and joining y'all soon. So
we look forward to it too. What do you think of the story, brother?
It was a wonderful story. Wonderful story. Very, very deep and insightful for me. I've never heard that story before, other than when Saba broke down a piece of it. But it was a wonderful story. It makes me want to read more. But yeah.
To our brother, we're gonna be making audio books, so we're gonna make this available to people. They have the books out there, you know. That's what I read from the Kelly Simpson book. But me and Ani are gonna be creating these. Well, Ani already started with the I'm in the Mope, and I'm gonna start with the dispute between a man and his ba, and then this will be my second one. So as I read them, I'm gonna be creating audio books for everyone, you know. Because that's it, man. We got to put we have to put our history in digital stone, you know. Like I just pulled up the papyrus, man. You don't know how long I was looking for it, and I could not find it. And I'm looking, I need to pull it up, but I know it's out there because they can hide the truth, but they can't make it go away. You understand? So it's there. I just know we just have to find it. To our for that, good brother. But it's good to see you, brother. It's definitely good to see you up here supporting us any way you can. Good to hear your tones, as always.
Good to hear your tones every Sunday. This keeps me on my art, keeps me straight, and moving forward, leading with my left to my eve. To y'all for taking the first step, so I can take my first step.
Well, you stepping with us, good brother, and we appreciate the support, and we appreciate standing next to you, brother. Because you're definitely a supporter of our Saba as well as the teachings of my aunt. So we're looking forward to you gonna be at the get together, brother, at the Pathways of Awakening. Can we look forward to seeing you in LA?
Yes, y'all can look forward to me. I have some issues to deal with personally and everything, but I'm doing my best to make everything possible to go over there. So look forward to me being there. Otherwise, I'll let y'all know what's going on. But I have some things going on that I have to deal with first, and then I'll be there.
Definitely, brother. Definitely.
I look forward to meeting you, good brother, too, and Saba for the first time.
Absolutely. Now you talking about magic, brother. Hey, these stories is magical. Man, listen, I can't even explain it. It's, you know what, it's like a movie, man. Like, it's really, for me, that's the best way for me to describe it, because it's all I have to relate it to is, you know, my personal experiences and what they show you in the movies and all of that. But it really is true that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, because it was no, like for me personally, I was not looking for my aunt. I had never heard that word before. But I was ready, you know, and that's the beauty in it, is that when you're ready, you're ready. And it was my Eve, and it was my body that was guiding me. And when I met Saba really is who he say he is. Like, it ain't TV, it's not fake, it's not phony. It's really he really is a nectar, brother. It really is, you know, it's really magic, man. And it's an honor to be, you know, a part of this in real time right now, you know, because I understand that I don't understand everything, but I understand that something special is happening. Something magical is definitely happening. And the only thing that I can relate it to in my personal experiences is the movies. You know, when you see the student, and he travels to the distant land, and, you know, in the woods, and he got to go through all these different trials and tribulations to finally meet the master, you know, to meet the teacher. That's what it feels like for me. Because for me, I wasn't even looking for a Saba Tehuti Amahotep, right? But that's also the beauty in that as well, because to finally meet your teacher, well, was you really looking for him? You know, so the adoration has to be there, you know. And one of the things that I say right now is that we have to celebrate our leaders. We have to celebrate and we have to appreciate our leaders. So Saba is definitely one to lead. And I started imitating in my Heka from the very first time I saw him on Killer Priest. I started imitating his tones and some of the things that he said, because I recognized that frequency that he speaks on, and I recognized it as a frequency that I needed to embody. So I began to imitate him in the words that I speak, because how I speak here now is I'm unlearning and relearning. And even with Ani, you know, just like we learn from each other, brother. So it's a beautiful thing. But when I heard Saba speak, and then I heard, I saw the disrespect that was hurled his way, and the way he handled it. It wasn't the way I would have handled it, you know. So, but it was definitely something to emulate. It was a way that I would have liked to handle it, you know. And I was astonished at how he was able to handle it and dismantle it, you know. And his frequency and his tone never changed, and it was beautiful. So that was the first thing I witnessed, and I was like, "Oh, this brother is different. Like, this is totally different." And then listening to brothers just talk, and not show. Like, I read the story of our ancestors, and then I was looking for the papyruses, right? I couldn't find it. I found something was very blurry, but Ani found it, and I knew it was there. I knew it was out there, but he found it and he showed it. So we're not just lecturing, we're not talking. This is stuff that you can do yourself. And when he was speaking, that was one of the things that he spoke about, was the books. So I immediately start writing the words down, the book titles down that he was saying. Mariam Lich, and I was writing them down wrong, you know, and I have them. But it's just recognizing the truth, brother, unlearning and relearning. So like I said, it's good to stand next to you. It's good that you hear, and you good to see, and that it's good that you know what's going on too, you know, because it seems like some of us do and some of us don't. When you see all these people in the chat and they're not supporting, there's no reciprocity. You know, it's, to me, that's disrespectful. When they're in the class with Saba and they're learning, because you know, like I know, and all of us know, and all of us that are here, because our numbers are really low right here. So, you know, for us, it's really family here. You know, we really know. Man, that information that Saba is giving, invaluable. You can't put a price on that. You really can't. Not in today's times, not with how mixed up and caught up in the matrix we are. You can't put a price on that. $200 is not, no, and I'm not being disrespectful. I'm giving adoration, right? He deserves way more than that. But those amounts of money and that reciprocity that people give, and of course people give what they can. So it's not always about the money, it's about the energy, because money is energy, first of all. So let me just say that, right? So it's not about how much you give, it's what you give, right? It's the consistency, and it's about giving. But they don't give, there's no exchange, but yet they go to the store and buy they'll stand in line for Michael Jordan sneakers. You know what I mean? They'll stand in line, they'll travel the distance, go buy a Prada something, or a Louis Vuitton, or Off-White, or whatever. And I was one of them people. I was one of them people that I valued what wasn't valuable, and I didn't value what was valuable. And I said to myself as I got older that I would not do that any longer. That I can't do that. It's not, you know, my children are too important to me. My family is too important to me. You all are too important to me. This is why I show up every week, and this is why I'm here, and this is why I support in any way I can. And it's not about the money, it's about the energy. So, you know, we appreciate your support, good brother, and everyone in the chat, and we appreciate everyone in our chat, because, you know, it's small numbers here, but sometimes it'd be 120 people in Saba's class, but it only be, you know, it's the same people, you know, giving reciprocity. And like I said, and you all know, that information is invaluable. You cannot put a price on that. And time, the time that it takes, my brother, oh man, it is like when Saba says that the podcast doesn't end. When he says it doesn't end, he is telling the truth. It doesn't end. And for me, that's how it is for me. My art is everything. It's my whole life. It is my whole life. Spending time with the kids, the family, whatever it is, it's my art. So it don't end for me neither. I'm just not at the level of presentation and bringing forth the information at the level that Saba does, and at the level that Ahati and the good brother Ani does. but I play my position, and I'm honored to do that. You know, so whatever it is that I can do to support my brothers here, and of course our great Saba, and of course Ma'at, and a defender of Ma'at, I'm gonna do that. And I look forward to the day that our people, our melanated people, to the point. I look forward to that day when we wake up, you know, and we value knowledge more than we value Michael Jordan sneakers, because that man don't even care nothing about us. He don't care nothing about us at all, you know. So Tua, like I said, Tua, I just want to give you adoration. I say all of that, Stephen E, to give you adoration, brother, because you constantly support my brother. So Tua for that.
Yeah, and I want to just say one thing to Brother Stephen E. Reach out to us. I know you said as far as coming on October 28th to LA, reach out to us. I know you said you have some personal stuff, but feel you are welcome to reach out to us, and we're going to figure it out. Let's figure out, because we want you there, most definitely.
Peace, Nini Hook. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's some personal stuff. I have to talk to some people and get some things moving around, but I financially I'm good. But other than that, yeah, it's some other things we can talk about it another time. But yes, peace and love. Thank you, good brothers, for everything. Echo what you were saying, Atef, like what about the movies? Like every time one of these stories is read or I read a story, it just pops up movies. Like for instance, the story you were reading today, like like the never-ending story, and other movies where these mythical quote unquote creatures are helping people and through life or through things, through situations, and it just reminds me of that. Like they don't give homage to where these stories originally come from, and it's sad. It's that we don't know this, but thank you, good brothers, for bringing this to the light, and we're gonna continue to bring things to the light and move forward and give the truth out. Give out the truth. Peace.
Yes, absolutely. To our great brother, for that, for your words. And I look forward to being able to announce you as a great member. So, and I know you'll probably take advantage of the Ma'at Wednesday class that we'll be having. So, you'll definitely be able to be a part of that, and I want you a part of that because you are a great student. You know what I mean? You're a great supporter, and you're a fantastic student. So. To you, great brother, for everything you do. And we it's if you all appreciate do what this great brother does, and I'll go ahead and I'll show this because we just ran that down.
Good brother, you're welcome on the panel anytime, brother. You family, so you're welcome to come up here and share your tone, as well as all of you in the chat. The link is in the chat. We love to hear your tones. Come up and tell us what you thought of the story. Go ahead, Ani.
And here's the great brother Stephen E, who sends in his 2072 for the membership.
To for creating this idea also. To him, adoration to Ahati, Maat.
Yes, absolutely. So as you see this good brother leading with his left, leading by example, shout out to this great brother for doing what he does consistently. So now he's taken it to the highest level and became an active member. So shout out to this great brother. All right. So for everyone in the chat, if you appreciate, what we bring through, be sure to show your support for the teachings of Ma'at. Cash App and PayPal, the links, the great brother, the great Ma'aterator, Primordial Thought 9 is posting the links in the chat. So if you're here live with us, either on Rumble or here on YouTube, be sure to, you can also do a super thanks, a super chat, You can also do a rant on Rumble. So be sure to show your support. And great brother Atef Maat, I definitely want to say, we are. It may seemingly look like the numbers are small, but in reality, they're really not. Because between this platform, between Rumble, and just this being a platform of straight knowledge, no gossip, no nothing. We're pushing 700 subscribers within a year of just pure knowledge and information, which is unseen, unheard of. There are people with thousands of subscribers that from being on YouTube for 10 years may have 2,000, 3,000 subscribers being on YouTube for 10 years. When they go live, they may have 20 people in their chat, and we're not even a percentage of that. So we may have 20 here. Sometimes we've getting up to 30. Our Rumble has gotten up to 20. So it's been points in time where there's 40, 45 people watching the teachings of Ma'at. So this is the real deal. We do it big over here, and we definitely appreciate everyone who comes through. Yes, Sister Angela Gates, I showed your support at the beginning before we got started, but I'll show it again. I'll show it again for our great sister. Here was her support, Angela Gates, who sent $10. So we'll definitely show this again.
We'll definitely drop some bombs for you, sister. We love to appreciate that feminine energy. What is always appreciated too. Sister Angela Gates is always there too. We appreciate you, good sister.
Absolutely. So if there's anybody else who would like to come on the panel, here I'll post the link again. Let us know what you thought of that wonderful story. Let us know what you think about the teachings of Ma'at, about the Pathways to Awakening celebration. She said, no problem. I went to get ice cream and missed it. Oh, okay. All right. To us, sister, for your support. All right. So yes, the link is in the chat. Come up. Sister Shannon, if you're still here, come up. And Primordial Thought 9, if you can come up as well. And we love to hear the tones, and each and every person is literally walking sound vibration. So when you let your voice be heard, when you let yourself be seen, it just adds another. It's like playing chords. When you play music, you can press one key, or you can press 3 and create a chord and create octaves. And that's what we're doing as we come onto this panel and let our vibrations be heard and be seen. We're literally creating music, sound vibration, and creating the realities through all of our own beautiful frequencies that we walk with. So we always encourage everyone to come up and show, just let yourself be heard, let yourself be seen.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing too. And you see
last thing, before I forget, Ahati Maat has some wonderful fragrances, and I always have a different fragrance with me for each different show, depending on how I'm feeling. I carry a different fragrance with me. So this one right here is the Blue de Chanel Compliment, right? The Ahati Maat fragrance, and these are absolutely fire. So if you don't have the good brothers Ahati Maat's fragrances, you definitely need to get a part of that. Everywhere I go, I'm trying to tell you, you're like, wow, you see what you got on? I smell like you got $200 cologne on. And this brother is fantastic with his mixology of the scents. So yeah, shout out to Primordial Thought 9. He put that link in the chat. So there is Ahati Maat's link to his Facebook store, and you can email him. You can also just reach out to him, via the Teachings of Ma'at website. Let's get Primordial Thought 9 in. So yeah, shout out to the fragrance of the night, Blue de Chanel Compliment. Peace, great brother. Primordial Thought 9.
Hey, Ahati be dropping them fragrance, man. I don't know how many I bought, man, but they all fire.
Yes.
To you, Atef, man, we appreciate the love, brother, all the knowledge and the stories that you bring to the table, brother. And new to everybody. I just wanted to jump on real quick because, you know, I'm out there moderating, trying to do my thing, support the brothers, support the movement. That's what it's all about. Peace to you, Stephen E. Hey, man, we appreciate you for jumping on, man. We would like to see that more often. You know, peace and love to you, great brother. Hey, man, I just love all y'all, man, and I can't wait once again to see y'all on October 28th all day. Hey, man. Hey, man, I'm just excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm excited. It's always great to see y'all, and we here, man. I just wanted to hop on and just say, hey, support, invest in yourself, send those great questions to Saba Tehuti, and continue to support T.O.M. Henu to Ahati Maat. You know, he's a great brother, man. I know y'all haven't seen him in a while, but let me let y'all know, man, he's thriving, man, and he's good. So y'all will see him most definitely shortly. Peace and love to everybody, man. May Rock grant everybody family, health, and prosperity, and may your monument be established forever on the foundations of my aunt. Hey, peace and love to all of y'all.
Peace, brother. I need that as a soundbite, brother, because I need peace to you, good brother. Peace and love to you, Diddy. Definitely looking forward to seeing you, good brother. And like the brother said, Stephen, and you always welcome to come up here on the panel, you know. So appreciate all the support, definitely.
Hey, good brother, Primordial Thought 9, Menkhu. If you want to ask, you can ask him, good brother Menkhu.
Are you in LA? You're in LA, right?
I'm about an hour away from LA, but that ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump, man. Cool, you already know.
Can you put your email or your contact information in the chat? I have something important to talk to you about.
Yes, sir. I got you. Say less.
Tour.
Robert Williams smell like a nectar now. He say those smells is fire. Definitely.
Yes, absolutely. And like how I showed in the Flower of Life presentation, and Flower Bomb, that's one of his latest fragrances. I have that on the way. It should be here very soon. I want to have that Flower Bomb. You know, the same words for flowers and the same word for ungent, to smell, is ankh, is life. So that's that's deep. So Atef just doing what he's doing. Every time I see him, it's like I see like Meta Netter just flying everywhere. And that's the beautiful thing about Meta Netter, is just doing what you do and just being, and you know, just existing and utilizing the ancient symbols. You literally are being told a story. So we're living out the Meta Netter in real time, and it's really the only living language in real life, because it literally is living through all of us, and through nature. So that's beautiful. So yeah, absolutely. Smell like the nectar. Reach out to Ahati.
Yes. When I started doing this, I didn't realize that that it's beautiful pictures with the nectars doing that. But I was putting the fragrances on I was putting the holy basil on my ankh and just smelling it, just to calm me, lavender to calm me before I come on here. Of course, this was a gift that was presented to me by the great Ptah Aten when I was in LA, and when I met our great Saba the last time I was out there. And I have this with me everywhere I go. You see, I have a rope on it now, just in case I don't have no pockets. I'll just unwrap it and put it around my neck. This is what this means to me. But coming up here, I would have so much anxiety. I would take the oil that sits at my desk, and I would just put a little bit on there and just start smelling it. And then I recognized that the pictures of our ancestors with the nectars holding it up today. So it's like it was in my DNA, and I wasn't doing it consciously. It was all subconscious. I was just trying to find something to, you know, to calm myself down before I had to present or something. And that was one of the things I did. So yeah, it is a beautiful thing, brother, definitely. And then I need taught on the flower of life, and that was one of the things that they did. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Our ancestors were rich, and we're rich too, because now we've been exposed to that knowledge, and now we're able to begin to understand it as our own, as opposed to looking at it as someone else's culture, right? Because they learned from us. And now it's time for us to unlearn and relearn. So that's definitely what it's about. And it is like a movie. For me, it's playing out like a movie, because I don't know what's going to happen next. I just know that the next, you know how they say your next move be your best move. I just know that as long as my foundation is my art, that's all that really, I'm going to just tell y'all, that's all I focused on. I just focus on my art being my foundation. I don't focus on nothing else. That's where my focus is at. And I just move forward. And the reason why is because I was so caught up in the chaos and so caught up in the matrix that, you know, I was my worst enemy. And then when Saba introduced me to the maxims of Ptah, like Ani pointed out there, search thyself thoroughly. You know, I began to really understand and really recognize some things about myself that I needed to look at. You know, so it's just a beautiful thing, man. Like he said, the wisdom of our ancestors is timeless, man. And it's up to us now as living netters to become that, and to, you know, share that and give that to the next generation, because it's up to us. If it's not us, it's going to be lost, right? They arguing. They're on those other channels. They be lined up to get on the chat, Stephen. They lined up to get up there and argue and disrespect each other and tear each other down. It's a line. They have to wait to talk. You know what I mean? So it's totally different here. So that's good that you pointed that out. I need that out. That our numbers may look small, but we are large and powerful. And there's no isfet. There's no isfet. So this is a safe space. So anybody in the chat, you're welcome to come. The link is in the chat. Come join us. teachingsofmaat.org. You know, be a part of this brick by brick. Y'all see what's going on. Friday pod class. Send in your questions. Saba Tehuti, Amahotep Ra. The best teacher on the internet, period. The best teacher, period. You know, it started with that, just me saying the best teacher on the internet, because that's what my knowledge was. That's how small I was thinking. You know, I remember I sent Saba, this was early, I sent Saba a folder with, like, it was probably 100 books in there, 100 books I had discovered. Like, you know, this is what I thought. You know, and he's steady teaching, and hey man, Saba's the best, brother, and he's the best teacher, period. He's a teacher's teacher. So I look forward to the day when people start really truly giving adoration, you know, especially some of the quote unquote big names and some of the big people, because we know they out there sneak learning. We know you out there learning, you know, because you're getting better too. And that's the point. And that's the beautiful thing about our teacher, right? That's the beautiful thing about my aunt. You know, it's about balance. You know, the scales balance exactly. So, you know, just give reciprocity. Just acknowledge where you're getting the information from. You don't have to, you know, you don't have.
We see you out there too. We see y'all. We see y'all going and teaching and teaching on what Saba has brought forth, even from 3 years ago when he first started to come on YouTube. And I've seen people go out who I know who are students and take credit for bringing forth information that they got from Saba Tehuti, and that is literal plagiarism. It's plagiarism. It's digital plagiarism, and we see you, and no, you know, it's you know, we're not a gossipy channel, so we don't speak about, you know, hey, this person's. We don't do that, but we do see you, and we recognize, you know, and we pay attention to analytics. We look at the details of what comes forth, and a lot of this stuff, we recognize that, you know, even people who are so-called teaching today are you know, thievery, or they're practicing thievery, and ultimately, you know, this is what we're changing about within the teachings of Ma'at, and understanding that we don't have to take from each other and we don't have to knock each other down. We can give our brothers and sisters adoration. We can give support and raise each other high, and we can love each other, and we can become abundant. I don't have to take something from someone to play it off as it's mine, and now I'm receiving whatever that comes from that, whether it's adoration or someone will say, hey, I didn't know this, I got it from this person, when I know that you got it from Saba. And it can actually be verified, because each of these things, these videos have dates, information. This is, in a lot of these people are Saba students, but because we don't as a people have such a difficult time of giving adoration and giving acknowledgement to each other, I don't know what it is. That's really a Tamahu type mindset, where you think you got to come into a land and take something and then play it off as it's yours, and as if everyone can't build together, as if there isn't enough land for everybody, as if there isn't enough currency for everyone, and there is. We literally create it. It's not real. We make up currency. So and that's how people do with information. They come to our land over here, because where we are is where Kemet is, and that's what Saba Tehuti taught us. So when you come to Saba Tehuti's podcast, you come to the teachings of Ma'at, you're literally in the new Kemet, because where we know is Kemet today is there's no Ma'at information being taught. There's no revering any of the artifacts. There's no being sacred to any of the land and studying the language. There's none of that. This is Kemet. When you're here, you're literally now on the land of Kemet. And everyone who's here, I know you all appreciate, because a lot of the people who are here definitely show support, and that's what it's about. And saying where you got something from, that's the same thing as giving reciprocity, and we do that consistently. If you come up with an idea here, then you will be the one leading that, and we give that to you, because that's yours. That's what you gave birth to, and we're going to help you flourish that. So Hotep Ma'at to all the great people who do what you're supposed to do, and we understand reciprocity. I understood that a long time ago. Anything I've ever went into and wanted to learn, I always dropped a bag on whatever it was. It didn't matter what it was. If I needed that type of information, I understood that, okay, well, nah, you deserve this, because all the time and information that goes forth for you to bring this, and I value it, and I can utilize it to help me get to where I'm going. So why not? But when I started to come to these different type of communities on YouTube, and I started to really recognize, like, oh man, people really don't support. They'll be in 1,000 people in chat rooms, and there may be like 10 people supporting. That percentage is absolutely terrible, but here at the teachings of Ma'at, our percentage, it usually sticks around 50%, depending on how many people that we have with us and the supporters. Our percentage is very high. That's because our standard as followers of Ma'at is that we set the standard for everyone else to follow, and we follow the lead of our great Saba Tehuti. So this is what we're doing. So shout out to all of our great members. Our latest member, Stephen E, who is a fantastic brother. He's in a MetaNetter class. Hey, Stephen E, were you able to implement any of those beautiful rituals that our great Saba Tehuti gave us from the last Medu class?
I've been practicing. I've been practicing those rituals, and I've seen some results and everything. I'm still going to continue to practice, but I've seen some results from the practices he gave us. Those wonderful practices, but it's always going to keep going for it until I rise and I walk for myself, and I look forward to it.
Yes, absolutely. That's yeah. That's what it's about, you know, because you know, yeah, this is definitely a step-by-step thing. And you know, when you lived your entire life, you know, not knowing that we're capable of doing these things, it takes years of reprogramming the mind to understand, you know, that we are reflections of the netters, and we do have the ability to do things that people still think today is not real, such as outer body experience. There are people that I know for a fact I've talked to who says, no, that's not real. You can't wake up in your dreams. That's not a real thing. And I'm like, what? But it's only because as a people, you know, we've been programmed to think that. So subconsciously, you know, it becomes a reality in our being. And it literally takes consistent every single day tones speaking these things. Yes, I'm not even going to give anything here, but consistency of just using the rituals and the sound vibration to reprogram that subconscious that's within you, and your subconscious will literally do what you tell it to do as you continue to program it with the right tones. And our great Saba Tehuti gave us some wonderful rituals in the Medu Netter class, and each class even leading up to that, you know, have been some beautiful rituals. And you know, implementing these, you know, the tones in the Purim Haru to speak. You know, one of my favorite ones is on page 89, where it talks about, you may see when I wear my hoodie, I put it on my shirt, and it's Sekim im Arit Murder Ka'a, which means I have obtained the power to do what pleases my Ka. So I'll take that and say that, you know, prior to going to sleep. And you see, I put it on my shirts because I do that. And sometimes I put it, I do a bunch of different things, but to be able to obtain the power to do what pleases my Ka is a ritual in itself to say it. So, you know, and I learned that from the Meta Netter class, and Saba Tehuti bringing forth the Purim Haru to us, because prior to Saba Tehuti, I was not familiar with the Purim Haru at all. I knew about the Emerald Tablets. I knew about the Kabbalion, right? I knew about everything other than the Meta Netter and the actual Kemetic writings. I knew about the Greek writings, the Arabic writings of the Meta Netter, of Kemet, you know, Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus. I knew these names, and it wasn't until much later when I came about finding the name of Tehuti, and then, you know, that consciousness leading me to different places, and then ultimately here. So all of this is magic, and all of this is absolutely powerful, and we have the ability to do all of these things, and is absolutely beautiful. And it's literally just a preparation for what's to come after this life. You know, there's some very powerful information that you know, I'll speak about as time goes on and as it presents itself. But you know, just through experience and understanding that, and you know, Saba Tehuti broke down something fantastic in his last class, talking about the shadow beings and people dying in acts of war, and sometimes they may not, because they're not prepared, they keep a piece of their consciousness here that's in between the realms of this physical reality and the Duat, or the Netzer Kurt, or the Suten Hinin. We have many myriad of names for the different levels of conscious reality. You know, so none of us that practice any of this And then here it is, time to transition. You're not coming back. You're not waking back up in this body, you know, and you're not prepared for what's next. And you know, that's why it leads to all these things such as shadow people, or shadow beings of consciousness. And sometimes they don't even realize that, you know, that they've died. People die instantly and don't even know it. And so they're still living out their life as if they're still here awake, until someone comes along and tells them, hey, you're dead, you're not alive. And it switches something in them for them to be able to move on. But this is what this is all about, is literally being able to become conscious, come forth as conscious light within the darkness. And you know, that's what the Tehuti podcast brings for us. That's what teachings of Ma'at bring. That's what Meta Netter Monday bring, and it has been doing it since class number 1. You know, because that's how beautiful and how powerful the ancient language of the Meta Netter is. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I'll you know, stop right there. I'll pause right there, because I could go on forever when it comes to talking about this magic and implementing it, and how powerful it is and how it changes your life. And literally, as I said in Shed, like the song Shed, that song was literally about my very first outer body experience, from the time when I woke up in the body, not knowing about it, scared, and I literally said shadow beings around me. But then I learned that that was my mind creating that reality, right? Because our mind creates our reality. So but that song was literally about the process of first waking up in sleep paralysis. And that's a whole nother spell in which we utilize that as something negative because of the movies. But sleep paralysis is the state that you're actually in to be able to come out the body. But because our head, you create this reality that, oh, you're being held down and all this, you create that. But when you're calm and you breathe, none of that exists, right? So that's what that song was about, you know, going through the process of learning that through the experience. No, I didn't have a teacher at that time. That's just literally just through experience, and not allowing the fear to overtake me, because that happens a lot. When you do something and it scares you, and then you stay away from it, and then you put part of your consciousness to sleep. But the third verse was literally about successfully doing it, you know, and that's why at the end I said I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection, because it's work. It's consistency. So Tua, and shout out to everyone who's consistent and doing what you're doing, and shout out to you, Stephen E, great brother. And I look forward to you know, having these type of conversations and experiences with all you great brothers and sisters, you know, from implementing the rituals and the practice. So Hotep Maat, and you know, I'll close with that, and I'll let you great brothers, if you all have any closing words before we get up out of here. Make sure you get your tickets. Get your tickets to the Pathways to Awakening. Hotep Maat.
Peace and love, man. You got some closing words? Oh, there goes Sister Shannon. Hold on.
Hotep. Peace,
Hotep,
sister.
peace. Welcome to the panel. Did you get that email I sent you? Those links?
You're muted, Shannon.
Got it. Did I get my sound right?
Yeah. Did you get those links I sent you? Peace and love.
Peace and love, everyone. Did you send them recently?
I sent them about 3-4 days ago. It may have come as a Google, because it's in a Google Drive, because it's a bunch of, it's called Magical Egypt. It's a bunch of.
All right. I'll check my email when I get off.
Magical Egypt.
Yeah, I'll have to check. I'm gonna check my email.
Okay. All right.
Tua for that. Yeah, you always send me a huge file with a bunch of information. It's great.
And welcome to the panel, sister.
Peace, peace, peace. Yeah, I just wanted to tap in with you guys and just basically tap in. Presentation was great, Atef. I'm gonna have to run it back because there's so much in there. There's so much.
Two eyes for that. Definitely. Two eyes. Good to see you. See you and Stephen E. Good to see everybody on the chat that's not afraid to come up and share their tones and show your face. You know, that's how it started for me.
Absolutely. I just wanted to tap in with my classmates.
Definitely. Looking forward to seeing y'all too. All of y'all in class tomorrow. Menkhu, Ahati, Stephen E, and definitely Monday Metal Netta classes. They are becoming absolutely magical. As Ahati pointed out, Saba has been giving us some great instructions on some rituals. And like Ahati said, for me, brother, too, that's what it was too. Also for Stephen E, this is for you for sure, is that I've been practicing as well. But what I realized a while ago, maybe like a couple months ago, was I had to reorganize every single thing. Like it was so much in my life that I had to reorganize. And I'm doing that step by step. As I do that, I'm yielding better and better results with everything, not even just the rituals, but everything. It's about reorganizing. Like Ahati said, our subconscious, we put it to sleep. So all of this information is new to us, and we just got to stay consistent with it and just continue to practice and, get better and better and rise like the Aku, like you said. So it is a step-by-step process. And that was one of the things that let me know it was the movies. That's why I didn't ask about the magic. Like I remember when Saba did magic on the Killer Priest, I was like, whoa, I was like, wow. Like I was like fascinated. You know what I mean? And then with his knowledge, then I was like, hold on now, this can't be fake, like, because I could feel it in my ear. So then I knew that it had to be a step-by-step process. So even with my learning and with everything, that it's step-by-steps, and I understand. That's why I say I'm a baby. Like I know my place. Like I can't jump the line. I can't skip. I can't take the elevator. I have to take the steps, and I have to put the boat in the water where I'm at. So, I'm where I'm at, which is a beautiful place for me because I'm still able to fit in, get in where I fit in, and play my place, play my position accordingly. But it will happen for you, Stephen. It will happen. The magic will happen for you as well as all of you.
It'll definitely happen. I mean, just as long as you're in this environment, I mean, it's so magical. You're just absorbing all of that energy, and it's definitely unexpected at times, but it comes around.
Definitely. Totally agree with you. Totally. So, just play your position, Stephen, and take your steps, whatever necessary steps, because where you're at and where I'm at is two different places, but we're still here. So, whatever you have to take care of, just continue to do that. And it definitely will happen, when it's supposed to. So that's the thing about it. Like, you can't force it, and then you can't fake it. Like, that's another thing. So I realized that as well. So I'm just taking the necessary steps to just continue to elevate, like you said. And to all of you, that means the scales balance exactly. So, all of you that are in Saba's class and y'all sneak learning, you only cheating yourself because your scales will be unbalanced. You know what I mean? It's not no one else's. It's you and the energy that you give forth. So, all of you that support in any way you can is appreciated, because Ma'at means the scales balance exactly. Ma'at means to examine. Ma'at means truth, integrity, all of that. So if you're getting this information and you're getting value from it and you're not showing reciprocity, you're only cheating yourself, because we're going to continue to rise like the Aku, brick by brick. because we celebrate each other and we give each other adoration. And I'm seeing the Hindus out there. I'm seeing it more. I didn't hear that word before I met Saba. There's a lot of words that you didn't hear before you see Saba. Psyops. I never heard on the other platform they use that word.
Everything's a psyops now.
Yeah, right. It was pseudo before. It was everything is pseudo. So y'all getting value from it. It's not like you're not benefiting and getting value from it. That's why you use it. And right now, I'm speaking to the sneak learners. You're getting better, and it's okay. We see you, like Ani said, but we're gonna continue to rise like cool. So, thank you for coming up on the panel, Shannon. Thank you, Stephen E. We appreciate you. If you have any closing words,
hard work.
Definitely. Stephen E., you got some closing words before we end it off?
So, Atef Maat family, peace and love. Thank you all for creating this safe space for me to join and for me to continue to learn about myself and my history and my ancestors. And I know it will happen because I've had it happen years ago before I met Saba. I've had a couple experiences with it. So I know for sure it's possible. It's just I got to put in the work to make sure I can control it and do what I need to do and take care of my business. So peace and love, everyone. Thank you. Tua.
Definitely. Nini Uk, brother. Nini Uk. Sister Shannon, you got any closing
that
words?
That was great, Brother Stephen E. I look forward to class tomorrow. It's what I look forward to my whole week is Friday, Sunday, and Monday. So Monday is like the best day of my week. So Tua for your hard work, great presentation. Everybody's doing such a great job. And to everyone out there that's doing the sneak watching without participating or donating, I really don't get it, because this is such an opportunity for you to better yourself with other people. I just want to, say that this is a place that we all want to come together for the same under Ma'at with this, for the same reasons. And I get it about being hesitant, but your boss has let you here. So Tua for that.
Mimi Uk, sister. That's right. Let your bot guide you.
Yeah, Tua to your boss for leading you here. And I'm just so grateful.
We appreciate you. Menkhu, good brother, you got some closing words before we end off?
Tua to everyone that's on the panel, Tua to everyone that's in the chat. Much adoration, peace and love, power, prosperity to our Saba Tehuti, peace and love to Ahati. Looking forward to reconnecting with you in every way. I'm so happy we have this digital temple in Kemetic to build, to learn, to grow. Looking forward to Meta Monday tomorrow. Looking forward to the pod class on Friday. And Tua to you, Atef, for bringing forth beautiful words, Shipwrecked Sailor, and much gratitude.
Many good brother. I will not let the channel get shut down. We got flagged, brother, during my presentation, and I will not let that happen. As I continue to learn and grow and get better with my presentations, definitely. But I will be victorious. So this is what this is, and it's a beautiful thing that we're doing here. We started as a book study, so it's beautiful to be able to bring these forth. Yep. So Ali, you got some closing words, or you said them already, good brother?
Yes, I'm gonna close out with the support that we received in. We got two donations in, so I'll show that from Emmanuel Rodriguez, 333. Nook poo, nook poo, nook poo, nook poo, nook poo, my eye. Uh-oh, Night, your bomb sound far away again, good brother. Sound like you're about 100 miles away. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about now? Oh, hold on now. Wait. Oh, because I got some bombs now. Hold on. How that sound? How that sound, brother? How that sound?
Sounds like you're underground again.
Really? Oh, you know what it is? I clicked on the when you told him to put on the when you told him to put on the what about that? What about that?
Yeah, there we go.
I clicked on the echo, the noise, whatever you told Menkhu to click on.
To our good brother Emmanuel Rodriguez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nookpoo times 6, Maat. Tua for your support, your consistency as well. This is a brother who appreciates the information. So Tua to you.
Tua for your support, good brother.
And the last donation of the night that we have, Eric G. That's it. 777 7th Gen.
Appreciate your support, good brother. Definitely.
Yeah, shout out to Eric G. Tua to you. Look forward to seeing you at the Pathways to Awakening celebration as well. Good brother. So peace to you. All right. Yes. Hotep Maat, everyone. Make sure you get your tickets this is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be fire. I'm going to perform. I'm going to have some performances for you all. It's going to be great. Our talent show, everything is going to be fire. Our offering ceremony. Just get your tickets and be there. So our great Saba Tehuti's Pathways to Awakening celebration. Maat Wednesdays. If you're not a member, become a member so you can join in on our Maat Wednesday class. So peace and love, everyone, for that. It's going to be absolutely fire. May you all have a fantastic week, a beautiful week. Metanetter Monday class. Email Great Saba Tehuti and say, I want to be in the Metanetter class. And or if you can get all the 47 classes that we have right now. So over 100 hours of teaching off of YouTube that you can get from the Great Saba Tehuti, and continue to keep elevating. Hotep Maat, everyone. Tua for your attention. Without your attention, this could never exist. So Hotep Maat, peace and love. Hinu, and everyone have a safe and fantastic week.
Hotep, peace and love. As the good brother said, peace and love to everybody that supports. Peace and love. Have a great weekend. Peace to you on the panel. Stephen E. Great sister Shannon.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, everybody.
Peace to everybody. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. We'll see y'all in class tomorrow. Hotep Maat, peace and love. We will end the class as we always do with our beautiful affirmation. From the teachings of the shipwrecked sailor. If you would be brave and your heart strong, you will fill your arms with your children. You will kiss your wife. You will see your house. It is better than anything. You will reach home where you were among your siblings. Unki and Maat, an NS, Nintet or Set and Maat, Min Hapapet and Maat, Per and Hukui, Per Ikut. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace.
I woke up back in my bed. I could see my room as clear as looking through a lens. See, I thought I was awake, so then I tried to move, but my body shocked me like I was plugged in a socket. I started panicking and scrambling within my mental. I thought I died and now my body I'm forever locked in. I was screaming, help me, someone help me please. But there wasn't any sound making it through my teeth. I could see movement in motion, shadows gather around me. How could I close my eyes already closed? Eating alkaline at this time, fasting reads so shocking. I was stuck in a paralysis, fear had me froze. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. I finally started waking up and coming back. I was in the opposite of state's effect. That's relaxed, I grabbed my phone and started to do research. Knowledge of what happened, I was in a lack. Insidious, the movie came direct to mind. Every time I seen this, it was connected to what's not divine. Demons crawling forcefully, holding the body down. Ain't no point in trying to scream, you will not make a sound. Deep within, I knew I made that a reality. The all is mine, I saw it, and so shall it be. I start replacing fear with knowing universe is mental. Talking to my subconscious to wake me up in dreams. Then one day my spirit guides came in so essential. Daylight astral playing loud in my dream helps to set me free. I'm back in paralysis laying on my couch. But this time I was calm, ready to exit out. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. From what I read, I need to move my arms in front of me. See a rope and pull it, separate and then release. Now I'm out, I see my house is gleaming, I accept it. Looking in the mirror, staring at my car's reflection. I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection. Place my thoughts in my body, wake up, that's what I did. I was reborn from that day so I could start to live. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed.
But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.